Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Pointless Exercise Podcast. We're going to do a baseball playoff preview because the Cubs apparently are in the playoffs for the first time since, does 2020 count? First time since 2020, first time since 2018 for real.
I can go either way.
So
Yeah,
joining me to
I,
talk.
I could go back to 17 honestly because 18 barely counted. So
Yeah. So joining me to talk about the playoffs are Oleg and Praz. Welcome, guys. The Cubs have not scored more than one run in a playoff game in their last 5 playoff games. 4. 5 if you count game 163 against the Brewers, which I always count, which actually doesn't count because it's a regular season game and blah,
Yeah,
blah,
but it's an
blah.
extra game.
Yes.
It's after the season, so therefore it's postseason. Even though
They
it's
lost.
part of the season.
They lost game 5 to the Dodgers in 2017, 11-1.
That's right.
Then they lost 2-1 to the Brewers,
Mm-hmm.
2-1 to the Rockies,
Mm-hmm.
5-1 to the Marlins, and 2-0 to the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
The only run scored in the entire series was a home run by the great Ian Happ, Mr. Clutch, who has a chance to put his record of playing in 8 losing Cub playoff games without a win.
Yeah.
Put it out of reach. He'd get all the way to 10.
Wow. Nobody will love her.
Or if Craig does some
Right.
creative benching, who knows how many he could tack on this year? Just play him once against plays once against the Padres, and then he only plays twice against the Brewers.
Yeah.
Then he only plays 3 times against the Phillies, and
Yeah.
then in the World Series against the Guardians in the rematch, he only plays 3 times in that one, and he loses them all, but the Cubs win the World Series. It's a
There you go.
perfect strategy.
perfect.
I like the way that
strategy.
goes. Yeah.
I hate to burst your bubble, and I hate to play the role that Oleg normally plays here to defend Ian Happ, but he actually has been pretty damn good, like basically the entire second half. So I think
will
him
come-
being in the lineup would actually be a good thing.
It will come
I don't
as a
believe
sur-
you.
it will come as a surprise to an awful lot of my friends to hear you say that I defend Ian Happ. I don't know. I think I just more make fun of Andy because he seems to always get hot right before we do our podcast.
Yeah, you say that all the time, but there's been a
Yeah.
lot of podcasts when it wasn't true.
Right.
So back when Chip Caray was announcing for the Cubs, I got hard to work, and I invented this thing I can attach to my TV that would block out Chip, so I could watch Cub games without Chip. Well, a couple of years ago, I took that and modified it. I don't see any Ian Happ stuff except when he strikes out, so I see a lot of that, or when he misplays, or when he dives unnecessarily for fly balls. So I only see him like 7 or 8 times a game. That's all I see.
There you go.
I don't see any of the good stuff that he supposedly does. I will say that in Monday's newsletter where I did a little preview with the Padres, I actually say something kind of nice about Ian Happ because he's one of only 2 Cubs who's hit worth his shit in the second half. Just him. And Nico.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Although we know that everybody's heating up now because I'm sure the Padres pitching staff will be just like the Cardinals one.
I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to the Cubs later.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah.
start our preview in the American League.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll start. Well, we have the times. We know when everybody's playing. We know what networks they're playing.
That's right.
So on Tuesday, the first game you're going to get to see starts at noon. It's the Detroit Tigers at the Cleveland Guardians
That's right.
on ESPN. Then the Cubs are going to play at 2 o'clock on ABC.
That's right.
I can't wait for the announcing team to be reunited of Don Drysdale, Earl Weaver, and Reggie Jackson. Just like the last time they played the Padres on ABC.
Nice.
The Don
they
Drysdale
all-
did play-by-play?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if we'll get any like active players in the booth too, because typically that sort of thing happened. Like, wasn't Reggie active in '84 when, when the Cubs were in the playoffs against the Padres? I feel like that.
Yeah, I think
that'll
Reggie's
happen
still
on like
playing,
the
right?
studio shows every now and then too, where you get an active player.
Well, remember we
Like
got
not-
Al Leiter in
Yeah.
NLCS in
that's
2003.
right.
Not active in the playoffs, just about playing.
Yes, active in the playoff. All right, what time, Reggie? What time's your game? All right, could you do how many innings could you do in Chicago of the Cubs?
You got the hyperspeed jet, Reggie. Come on, we know you.
Hey, in 1984, Reginald Martinez Jackson was an all-star for the California Angels.
Yeah.
Although, was he? He hit 223 with a 300 on base, a 406, like 25 homers, 81 RBIs. That was the last all-star appearance for Reggie.
Yeah, how old was he? 38?
Derek Jeter all-star.
He was 38. 2 years before, he had led the American League in homers with 39.
Yeah, well, 82. That was the 82 Angels.
Oh, yeah, because I knew that because he was still kicking around on the 86 Angels, who things didn't happen for that.
Wow. Not only did they not
especially
unfold
not
the
for Donnie,
series,
especially not for Donnie Moore.
It really did not
Really
unfold
ended
a few days
really
years
ended
later.
poorly for Donnie.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then Red Sox Yankees at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
On ESPN.
That's right.
And Reds Dodgers at 8. And so I had predicted I got the right time slot. I got the wrong time because when I was doing my fancy calculation, I thought if Red Sox Yankees were going to be a thing, there was a chance it could be Blue Jays Red Sox.
Yeah.
Which I kind of think if it had been Blue Jays Red Sox, they maybe go in the 2 o'clock slot and the Cubs get the later one. But they're not going to put Red Sox Yankees. They're going to get the prime slot. But I thought last year everything started later. Last year the games were at 2, 4:30, 6:30, and 8:30. So I thought the Cubs would be in the 4:30 slot. But this time it's.
Were there 2 West Coast teams last year? It was.
Don't make me remember who was in
there, and then
it was Padres. Padres, Braves.
Okay,
Brewers,
yeah,
Mets.
Mets, Brewers, yeah.
Okay,
Guardians,
so
Tigers.
Astros.
Right?
No, Tigers and Astros.
Tigers and Astros. Oh, yeah. Who'd Cleveland beat then?
The Twins?
Cleveland.
Yeah, there were 3 Central teams because of the White Sox.
Right.
The White Sox were so bad, everybody loaded up on
right.
wins. Oh, the Royals.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
We're all wrong.
No.
It was the Royals Yankees. Or was that a CS?
Oh,
or
yeah. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Well,
my point being is that
nobody cares, and now I got to know. 2024.
Yeah.
Baseball, wild card.
The only one that cares is you.
Ha.
Astros, Tigers, Orioles.
I forgot
Royals.
the Orioles.
Oh, so
Royals beat.
So why
Royals
would they
beat the
start
Orioles.
everything later? What was the point of starting everything later if there was nothing on the West Coast? Well,
I don't know.
Well, I know the Padres were at home for that series.
yeah, all right. I mean, that's one.
So-
That's,
Right,
Yeah.
but everybody else is Central or East.
all right. Well, anyway.
Oh, nobody cares. All right, so let's start with the exciting AL Central matchup. Which
Yeah.
they've played like 6 times in the last 12 days or something, and we're gonna get more of it. Guardians, Tigers. Do you think at any point in Game 1 that Tariq Skubal will field a ground ball and try to hike it to first base again? Did you see him do that?
That was hilarious, yes.
That was hilarious.
Was that right before or right after he hit David Fry in the mouth with a fastball? Because I don't remember if it was either that unnerved him. Literally, it happened in that same inning. And I don't remember if that might have unnerved him. Actually, I think when he did it, the runner that they were bunting over was the ball still had David Fry's teeth in it when he. I think that's how that guy got on first. It was bad. I've never seen a player square around a bunt and just take it right in the face.
Oh,
But he did. And it kind of screwed up. It kind of screwed Tariq up after that.
Yeah.
With Tarek.
At least you got a good look at it.
Yeah. And they talked about how he has a facial fracture and a nose fracture. They didn't say anything about his teeth, but it's like he caught it right in the mouth.
Yeah, I was out with some buddies at the Cubs game on Saturday, and we were talking about it. Like Duncan Keith came right back in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there you go. Do we know, did an announcer for Cleveland go down on the field and check on David Fry the same way that Hawk Harrelson went to go check on Todd Frazier that one time in Texas?
Rick Manning ran down to see if he was okay.
Yes.
Stopped by to see if his wife was okay too.
Still with that, Christian.
Dave, is anybody home with your wife? I could go console her. Rick, no. Eck told me never to let you do that. Doesn't end well. 1984 Cub.
Yeah.
Dennis Eckersley pitched game 3
That's true.
against the Padres.
Is that
the Jameson tie-on
Garvey
slot.
walk-off game, or
No, Garvey was
was
4.
that game 4?
Well, so I was thinking about this. Tyon
his-
can't
with
pitch
his-
game 3.
He can't?
Well, he pitched Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
No, he
Tuesday,
could.
Wednesday. I guess Thursday.
That's his
Yeah,
day.
I guess he could. Yeah.
No, that would be the next available day he could pitch.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. We'll get to that.
He can't pitch because he's not that good. Yeah, we'll get there later. All right.
Yeah.
We're getting off track here. Let's stick to
Yeah.
Guardians Tigers here.
Guardians Tigers. Everybody, it's so important. The Tigers collapse is pretty breathtaking. I think when the Cubs played them, they were kind of at their peak, right? They were kicking everybody's ass.
Oh, yeah.
My God, look how great they are. And I remember thinking, I don't think they're that good. And then I, of course, like normal, I was right. They really weren't that good.
No.
And it's funny because they, like, at the trade deadline, they kind of did the Carter Hawkins, like, oh, what about the 2032 Tigers? We can't give up any of this. And they're like, and Scott Harris was like telling people, well, we're ahead of schedule. So we're not, we're not going all in right now.
Mhm.
Your schedule, you're not on a schedule, buddy. Your team arrives when it arrives. This might be the best one you have. You probably try to win with it. Trying to be cute and hang on to guys or not make moves because you think in 2 years you're going to be better. There's no guarantee of that. And you get run down by Larry Dolan's half-ass Guardians again.
So
Nice job.
here's kind of funny. A funny thing. It's a little bit more nuanced than this, but the Tigers experienced a 14-game swing in the last 2.5 months. This is courtesy of an old friend of ours. Tigers experienced a 14-game swing, 14 up to even over the course of 2.5 months. This was on Wednesday. The Cubs experienced a 15.5-game swing in the course of 2 months.
Yeah, with the Brewers. Hey, at least it didn't happen at the end of the season for the Cubs like it did with the Tigers, though.
Right. Well, the Brewers were also way it was the collapse of the Tigers was more precipitous than the collapse of the Cubs, just because the Brewers were playing out of their ass. And
Cubs were playing 500, and the Brewers were just kicking everybody's ass. Where the Cleveland didn't exactly sprint to the tape, but they were picking up games, enough that they caught them. Yeah. They have played 6 times since the 16th of September. Cleveland won the first 5 of the 6. So you could look at it 2 ways. Either Cleveland's got Detroit's number, or inevitably Detroit will probably just win the first 2 games and it'll be over.
Yeah,
possibly. Well, did Skubal pitch today for Detroit? Because I would think I think it would have lined up for him, and also today was an important game for them. They could have potentially won the division. So
no.
I don't know that they were all that concerned about. It was for seeding. I'm sure they would have liked to have the home games, but I don't think they would have.
They weren't going to pitch.
Imperiled their. Who'd they play? Yeah. Detroit played the Red Sox.
Red Sox.
Yeah.
I don't think School didn't pitch because I was.
No.
I was watching all the games.
Yeah,
I would have noticed. Chris Paddock pitched.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Followed by Paul Sewald and the great Tanner Rainey.
That's right.
Who?
So Javi hit a home run today.
Bet your ass. It's October. It's hobby time.
Yeah.
So that means
all kinds of cool shit.
Skubal should be good to go game 1 then for
That's
Detroit.
right. That's right.
And I'm trying to even think of who he's even in Cleveland's rotation at this point, like the great Gavin Williams or
it'll be
he's on
Williams.
Toronto now.
Yeah, it'll be Williams and Tanner Bybee. Is it Bybee or BB? Right,
Bybee.
Bybee. All right. But yes, that's what it would be. Probably.
What about Bob Feller? Could they start him in any of the games?
It'll be Feller and
he's too busy at a booth at the Cubs convention for some reason.
Too busy being dead. He's too busy being dead to pitch.
Yeah,
dead, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He is.
I shouldn't say it like that. I should not say it that confidently.
Been dead for 15 years. So
okay.
He'd be 107 if he was still around.
Jesus.
And he'd still be in full uniform at the games.
Right.
Yeah, I think he'll be Williams and Beebe, and then maybe Logan Allen or somebody like that. Looks like. Although Logan Allen pitched today, right? So.
Without looking, can you name 3 Indians position players?
Oh,
Jose
yes.
Ramirez.
Yes.
Jose Ramirez. Oh, Bo Naylor. I
Stephen
can do Bo
Kwan.
Naylor.
Yeah, Bo Naylor.
And Stephen Kwan. Okay, there's 3. But go
What
beyond
about?
there's Big
Daniel
Christmas.
Schneeman.
I don't know what Big Christmas's
yeah,
first name is,
Noel.
but I know his
Oh,
last name.
yeah,
is
Noel.
Z Noel. I know that.
Yeah.
that guy.
Who else?
Can they borrow Zach
Baseball.
McKinstry from the Tigers?
Kyle,
know him.
wait, Kyle Mazzardo.
Manzard.
Mansardo?
Like the Manzier?
Okay.
Like the bro or the Manzier?
Yeah, I don't know. Him. Who else?
How do they keep doing this? They don't.
I don't know that. Like
They can't
Ryan
score any
Rocchio,
runs.
Is he still there?
They're the Piranhas. Where's Ozzie Guillen to call them the Piranhas? Just like
Yeah,
the
it's like
Twins
the
used to
Brewers.
be.
Well, oh
I
yeah.
gotta
Okay.
look him up.
I was gonna say that was the Twins, but
Yeah, not a chance. There's not a chance that that I could have named. I don't. Yeah, there's not a chance I could have named more than 3 position players.
I
Bob
think
Ramirez,
by
Gonzalez.
that logic that we can barely name anyone in their starting lineup. I think it's a pretty safe bet the Tigers will win the series.
They beat the Tigers. I know Nolan Jones. Remember
Nolan Jones. That's right. That's right.
Nolan Jones?
Yeah.
I
Although I
remember
think he's on the IL.
Opening day last year, a ball got past him that Christopher Morel got a little league home run on.
Yes.
The guy who played the most games at first base for them is a Cub,
Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Also, how about this?
Yeah.
Among their 9 most played players, Carlos Santana, who they just released,
Yeah.
3rd highest OPS plus, and it's 82.
Oh, wow. Ha!
These are their OPS pluses: 79, 82, 79, 72, 134. That's Jose Ramirez.
Yeah. Yeah.
94, 67, 66,
Oof.
and 109. Kyle Manzardo.
Yeah.
The only
man.
other guys on their team that have OPS pluses above league average are George Valera, who I think is
Yeah.
batting 3rd for them these days.
No
He has a
idea who that is.
117
Okay.
in
Okay.
today was his 16th game.
Wow.
And of course, the great
Mm.
Petey Halpin, who in 5 games has a 117 OPS plus. They can't score shit.
Yeah.
Their
what
team
is-
OPS plus is 85. Oh.
That's got to be worse than even the Brewers.
Well, the Brewers, everybody is over 100. They don't have a
Really?
player below it. Yeah, that's like their secret. It's like no bad hitters, just
Huh.
nobody all that exciting.
Right. Nobody.
Oh, there's one. I was wrong. Joey Ortiz, terrible. Everybody
Yeah.
else, 111, 108, 120, 66. That's Joey Ortiz. 101,
Yeah.
117, 111, 113, 121.
This
And then
is
Andrew
re-
Vaughn, who was he did the thing you expected. He was hot and he sucked. He's resurged in September.
Has he?
Yeah. He's 140.
Yeah.
Oh. And the Yelich is having a good year, right?
Yeah. He's
Yelich is
their
yeah. Yelich
leader.
has been
among
pretty
their real players. He's his 121 is the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Tigers are much
Yeah, I don't-
better.
yeah, they should win 2 games in advance,
Mm-hmm.
but they also shouldn't have. They shouldn't be in this position. They were supposed to have the best record in the American League and not play in this.
Yeah.
good. Right.
I mean, if you just said they were going to end up winning the division, but have the 3rd best record, I would have been like, okay, I guess maybe
Yeah.
maybe the Blue Jays and Mariners got super hot, but they didn't. They passed them on the other. They just went.
Mhm.
They were on the elevator going down instead
Yeah,
of up. What did Javi end up with?
I guess
12 home runs. He ended up with a
Uh,
1.3 WAR, 675 OPS. His walk rate 2.3%.
Yeah, boy. Whether you need it or not, he will walk twice out of every 100 at bats,
Yes.
whether you need it or not.
But
Oh, that's not.
Uh,
Right. That's not
he
true.
also
100.
struck out. Yeah, 23 out of 1,000. But his strikeout percentage was less than 25%.
He was
okay.
Javi.
So this I'm on Baseball Reference right now, and this hasn't been updated for today. I don't know if he walked at all.
Mm-hmm.
He had 10 walks this season, 106 strikeouts. That's like I would imagine like Carlos Zambrano for his career is probably better than that.
Yeah.
And I love Javi, but still,
Chuck, what's PCA?
Yeah. Right.
PCA.
How about PCA's ratio is not that much better?
Javi appears to be their shortstop again.
Yeah, is he?
He has started basically every game at shortstop since the 10th of September.
It's a slightly better ratio for PCA, but a lot of strikeouts, not a lot of walks. 155 strikeouts going into play today, only 29 walks for PCA.
Yep. Yeah, 4.5% to but yeah, it's Javi-like. Probably twice as many walks.
So I guess the one.
That's why they were traded for each other. They crossed in the airport, and they transferred. They became one.
Yeah,
They passed.
I made the joke today that basically the Cubs and Mets did the same thing when they played each other today. That all the hitting ability of the Mets was transferred to the Cubs for this weekend.
Yeah,
the way they've been knocking the ball around.
If they get, well, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, anyway, I think the Tigers win in 2.
More than likely, yes. The only thing I worry about with the Tigers is like, maybe not so much for the Tigers, but just like Cleveland finds a way to piece together a bullpen, and even without Emmanuel Clase there, like still got some pretty good pieces in Cade Smith, Jacob Junis, the one young kid Parker Messick they called up.
Yeah. It's just hard to win when you only score 1 or 2 runs, and that's all. Like,
for sure. It could very well be a very like 2020 Cubs Marlins type series for them.
Yeah.
What they're gonna need is an inning like the Max Scherzer inning in the 2017 NLDS, where they score in the most ridiculous ways possible.
Right.
The catcher's interference and an error and a blimp that fell on the field and trapped one of the fielders. He couldn't get to the ball. There's all kinds of stuff that happened in that inning. I would put my money on the Tigers, but because the family owned, I'm gonna have to take the Cardinals.
Yeah, right.
I want to get a full playoff share from Uncle Larry.
Thank you for admitting your conflicts of interest.
Yes.
Yep. You're better than Tom Brady already.
Oh, I'm taking all these secrets right back to. I couldn't even remember the name of the manager a minute ago, but I'm gonna call Steven up. Hey, it's Andy Dolan. No, I don't actually own any of the team. We have the same name. I can't help you with their Cablevision either. That's the same guys. I don't have anything to do with that. No, I'm not. We're not related to the Cardinal from New York that the Pope fired either. No. We're not really nobody. Just a bunch of farmers from Illinois. Okay.
But do I have secrets for you?
Don't stop batting Bo Naylor 5th. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did you know that Javi Baez is the shortstop again for the Tigers?
That's right. It's my piece of intel. How did I find out? I read it on Baseball Reference. Which is page. That's how I found it. Yeah, I know. You guys aren't doing those K analytics anymore. Actually, Bo has there's hidden productivity with the great Bo.
Okay. Oh.
He has all in September. He got hotter than shit. I believe he had a big hit today too. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so here is OPSs by month. 679, 670, 516, 728, 474, and then in September, 835. 3 homers, 14 RBIs, 276, 317, 517. So there you go.
Well,
Bo is ready to roll.
I'll tell you this, guys. If Cleveland does somehow eke out a series win here, and they make the run all the way to the World Series, and they meet the Cubs again for the 2016 rematch, I can tell you exactly who's going to be the final out for them, because it's going to be a repeat. It's going to be someone named Martinez again. Michael Martinez in 2016. It'll be Angel Martinez in 2015.
What's going to be interesting is he's going to fly out because the Cubs are going to come back and put Angel Pagan out in the outfield. He's going to fly out.
There we go.
Who's going to be the lefty that has to come in and has never had a save before to finish it? Jordan Wicks? Oh, he got a saved. No, Jordan Wicks has 2 saves this year, I think.
Yeah. We shouldn't have pulled him before the 9th inning.
Overqualified.
Jeez. Could have saved him for when we needed him the most to get his first career save.
I don't know. They. Maybe Justin Steele. He was in the dugout today.
Was he?
Kyle Schwarber him. He's just going to show up for the World Series.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Or how about this? What if the Cubs make the run all the way to the World Series without Cade Horton, and then he gets activated before Game 7?
But he has to pitch left-handed because of his ribs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
He could probably do it. All right, the other American League Series is one. I don't know. Have these teams ever met in the playoffs before? It's the Boston Red Sox against the New York Yankees. Is that what it is? The Yankees? I've never heard of them.
No. Clearly.
Oh, how fun! Thank God we get to watch this again.
Ha.
Well, hey, this will be the first playoff matchup for them, I think, with newish rules and a pitch clock and everything like that. So that'll be great. That
since
games
04
will go like 5 hours long.
Have they met since 04? Was it 04 when
They have a few times. I think they did in 2018 on the way to the Red Sox winning the World Series, and then maybe one other time. I think you know what? They played the last ever one-game playoff in 2021.
Oh.
And they've met twice since they played in the 2018. Looks like the ALDS.
Yep.
And then in the wild card game in 21. And the Red Sox won both of those.
There you go.
The Red Sox are very flawed also.
They will not. Roman Anthony apparently is still not going to be back.
Yeah, he won't be back.
Really?
Right?
Maybe at all. He's got no oblique.
Is Alex Bregman active? I know he was out for a time.
Yeah, I think Bregman's fine. Oh, Mayer is also out.
But they have the great Craig Breslow running their team. So he's a genius.
That's right. He is a genius.
That's all you need. If you have a genius in charge, you're good. And Alex Cora. So there'll be if you hear bang 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 bang.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what's going on.
Yep.
It's amazing that they had to fire him because of that disgrace. And then a year later, they just brought him back.
Well, they didn't fire him, right? They just never because he was a first-year manager, so they just never paid him.
No, they fired him. It was Carlos Beltran is the one who didn't get to manage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah. They just stopped sending him paychecks, right? Put up his office.
Because Cora was their manager when they won the World Series in. Right? Am I dreaming that?
In 18.
When they beat the Dodgers.
Yes. Yeah, he was there. I believe that was his first year there, actually.
Well, it must have been if he was on the Astros in 2017. If he was on the coaching staff. Yeah, because it took a couple years for them to figure that scandal out, right? It wasn't immediately.
Well, yeah, baseball didn't want to.
No, that wasn't. That wasn't uncovered.
Baseball
until
didn't want
after...
to investigate it. They just what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like
he managed
early in 2020.
He got let go after the 19 season, sat out the COVID year, and then came back in 21.
Okay.
But he got fired. They made a big.
Did he get fired? Wait, or did he get opt out of that season? Was he one of the COVID opt outs?
Nope, he got fired. Then they brought him back. Who managed? I forget who they had.
Oh, it was former Brewers manager Ron Renneke.
Oh.
Managed them for a year. I know
so it does feel like it was you're fired. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah. That was when they had the Chaim Bloom, and then he was still there when they brought him back.
Right.
He'll be busy fixing the Cardinals now.
Yeah, Chaim Bloom. Yep,
what a squad! What a squad he's got. Enjoy that. Good.
Oh, that makes me happy.
John Mosaic set the table real nice for him.
So, who do you think? So gets to the great Aaron Judge play in the
right.
That's right.
Who do you think should be the American League MVP? Should be Aaron Judge or Cal Raleigh?
Who do I think it should be, or who do I think it will be? I got two different answers there.
Well, give me both answers then.
I also
should be. I'm going Cal Raleigh. Will be probably going to be Aaron Judge.
Oh, I'm on the opposite end.
You think it should be? Why?
Aaron Judge.
He only led the league in runs, walks, batting average, on base average, slugging percentage, OPS, OPS plus, and total bases. That's it. That's terrible.
And WAR and WAR.
But so here the question though comes in this: who is more valuable?
Yeah.
Is it more valuable to have a really good right fielder?
Yeah.
One who got hurt in the middle of the year and then couldn't play the outfield and then would play the outfield and couldn't throw.
That's right.
Or a catcher who hit 60 fucking home runs.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's the catcher. I think I think Aaron Judge is the best player in the American League. I think this year Cal Raleigh was the most valuable player in the American League.
Yeah. Let me reframe this for you. If you look at Cal Raleigh's stats, it is absolutely asinine that we even having this conversation. That is that is the historic season that Aaron Judge has had. It's just the fact that we're having this conversation proves that Aaron Judge.
If you'd have gone into the season saying a catcher's going to hit 60 homers and lead the league homers and RBIs and lead his team to the playoffs, but somebody else is going to have a better argument.
Yep.
What it really comes down to, I guess, is Aaron Judge has reached like the Shohei portion now of his MVP thing, where he's always the best player.
Yeah.
But it's more like it's Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah.
Karl Malone has an MVP that he shouldn't have. Charles Barkley has an MVP that he shouldn't have because Michael was the best player in the league both those years. But the writers got tired of voting for him every year. He got tired of the story. And so I have a feeling Cal's going to win it.
That's why I think Cal is going to win it, and why Aaron Judge deserves it more. That's my point exactly.
Or they could just do the phony NFL thing. Remember when Brett Favre and Barry Sanders tied?
Oh, but
they just both won the MVP.
Yeah.
Can we see the ballot?
No. In baseball one time.
We lost them.
That's right. You had co-MVPs. You also had co-World Series MVPs one year. Oh, you had co-Super Bowl MVPs one year. Right?
Super Bowl MVP. Co-Super Bowl MVP was Reggie Phillips and Henry Wachter for the 85 Bears. For the touchdown and the safety.
Yeah.
In the NFL, it's happened twice.
Yeah.
Favre and Sanders in 97 and Peyton Manning and Steve McNair in 2003.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because Steve was the MVP, but we got to give Peyton a trophy. He's going to cry.
Right.
I definitely, but that's how, it's not, I think your question is a little bit disingenuous, Andy, because
the best kind.
Yeah. It's not
my whole plan.
It's not who's more valuable, right? It's the fact that Aaron Judge has had such a much better, 100 slugging percentage and 100.
I get it. I know. Yeah. But why is me asking who's more valuable when the award is the most valuable player award? Which is why I asked it, because there's a difference between the most valuable player and the best player. That's why in college basketball, the Final Four MVP is not the MVP. They're the MOP. They're the most outstanding player.
Sure.
Right.
You just give it to the best player, and it always happens to be on the winning team, no matter what. Do you know the baseball co-MVPs?
It was. Hold on.
It's only happened once.
Keith Hernandez.
79, right?
Yeah. Keith Hernandez and it wasn't Willie Stargell. Dave Parker? No.
Dave Parker. Yep.
Nope. Willie Stargell.
Willie Stargell.
Oh, if it had been Dave Parker and Keith Hernandez, they could have held the award ceremony at the drug trial, at the cocaine.
Right.
Trial.
It would have been. There's a story about so the Led Zeppelin was so famous, right, that they had their own airplane, and when Led Zeppelin wasn't on tour, they would lease out the airplane to other bands that would use it to tour around the United States. And they totally pimped it out, totally decked out the plane. So the Allman Brothers had the plane for one of their tours in the 70s, and they walk onto the plane, and literally there was a on the mirror, on some horizontal surface in cocaine was just spelled out Allman Brothers in huge,
nice.
big ass letters in cocaine, literally in cocaine. Yeah, so that would have been how they would have celebrated the 79 co-MVPs. It was Parker.
So who do we like in the Yankees-Red Sox matchup?
I mean, the Yankees have the best player in baseball, or in the American League, rather. So, yeah.
This will be in the Bronx, correct? Yeah, because they damn near won the division, so yeah, they would have the better record.
They tied, but they lost the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the Red Sox are akin. I mean, they're a better team than the Guardians. But I like all of these teams are so flawed. Like you look at the rosters, and there's always like 4 or 5 guys. You're like, how is this a starter on a playoff team?
Yeah.
Like teams where Ian Happ would be their second or third best player, which is nuts. So yeah, I think the Yankees beat the Red Sox.
I think I'm siding with the Yankees as well. The one concern for them with me is that if that series goes 3 games, like they really only have 2 good starters in Max Fried and Carlos Rodon.
Yeah.
What?
Luis Gil's back. He's pitched really well down stretch.
Oh, Luis Gil. Hill, that's right.
And
until he can, and he's only going to have to go 5 innings. That's their whole. That's what they had to do today.
And the Yankees having 2 good starters is 1 more than the Red Sox have.
Yep, that's right.
Like Brian Bayo. I don't know.
Okay.
Is Lucas Giolito not back for them yet?
He's back. He goes up to the mound and throws a ball to the catcher.
Crochet and Fried will be a very good first game 1. That's
really Crochet and Fried is.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be great.
I've heard it pronounced Crotchet, just like Michael Peanuts.
Crotchet. That's like Miami Vice.
Crotchet and Tubbs. Yeah.
Yeah, Crotchet and Tubbs. Yeah.
That's what he's named after, I think. Last name. Somehow they did it with his last name.
The one thing that I'll give you is, and the reason why I think Crochet can win game 1 is because the Yankees do lean a little bit heavy left-handed. Their right-handed lineup isn't that great. The platoon guys aren't as good as left-hand guys. But Jazz Chisholm was like they just have odd.
Well, I mean a lefty, but when you get lefty, then we got Paul Goldschmidt.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's the one. Right.
245, 289, 342 in the second half.
Yeah. That'll.
He was great in like May. And everybody's like, oh, they did it again.
He's back.
So much better than Anthony Rizzo. It's like, he is Anthony Rizzo. It's the same guy. You're going to get the same production bad. That's what you're going to get.
Exactly.
You're going to get
2024 Anthony Rizzo production, basically.
He hit, didn't he? I think Goldschmidt hit 6 homers in the first 2 days against the Brewers when they hit 20 or whatever it was. And then that was pretty much it for the year for Paul. But fun. He got to coast that. He did. He was the Carson Kelly of the Yankees.
That's right.
His numbers looked better than he was for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the one thing that I can see is, the Jazz Chisholm is like the Yankees just lean pretty heavy left-handed, other than Judge.
Who did have a really good year for the Yankees?
Huh?
The guy the Cubs traded Cody Poteet for, or traded for.
Oh yeah, Bellinger did. Yeah, Bellinger did. Yeah, he's pretty good.
29 homers, 98 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, 816 OPS. Played Gold Glove caliber left and right and first.
Yep. He was
didn't need any. Couldn't have used any of that though. Nope.
No.
Oh no, had to give that away because that was.
Couldn't
have found a spot for it.
Hey,
he will finally get out of that contract because I don't think he'll opt into the last year.
Yeah, he could probably opt out and make a good chunk of change this offseason.
Well, you would really think the Yankees would want to keep him because he has. So Judge 9.8 WAR.
Yeah.
But the next best is Cody at 5, which is a lot. That's very
good. That's really good. Yeah.
Hey. In fairness to the Cubs, Cody Bellinger hit 10% of his home runs in one game against the Cubs, and I think it was the one game where Chris Flexen started and a bunch of other bums pitched in that game because that was at the time when Tyone, Shota, and obviously Steele were all on the injured list. So
could be.
Yeah. I'm not taking that in defense of the Cubs. I could give 2 shits. They actively played worse players than him all year long because they didn't want to pay him. That was why they did it. They didn't get anything for him. If they'd have turned him into something, I could see it. It was just a flat salary dump to the point where they kicked in money. They paid the Yankees $5 million to take him.
But hold on, the Cubs didn't like the Cubs. This was after the Cubs got Tucker. This was, you're not. Michael Busch was fine at first base. Probably had as good of a year as Bellinger. The Cubs didn't like. Okay, Bellinger could have played left field instead of Happ.
Yep.
Right, but that wasn't going to happen when they're paying.
Yes, it was. If I was running the team, it would have happened.
Right.
I wouldn't have cared.
It should have happened in the playoffs.
I would have went to Ian and said, "Do you want to get traded?"
Yeah.
And he said, "No." I said, "Well, you don't. So you don't want to play this year?"
Right.
Because you're going to be the extra outfielder. I don't care what we're paying you. You're going to sit on the bench until you say yes and you leave.
Well, that's what they should do in the playoffs. Ballesteros should be your DH, and you should have an outfield of Tucker, Seiya, and PCA.
Yeah, and if Ian asks why, you just point. You just do you are 0-8 in the playoffs.
Right. Well, beyond that,
no Cub has ever been this bad in the playoffs ever.
Beyond
Ryan
that,
Terrio wasn't 0-8.
Yeah,
because he was 0-6, but he wasn't even 0-8.
Right.
Neither was Alfonso Soriano.
Beyond that,
Alfonso Soriano and all those guys. Yes,
all four of those guys are better than Ian Happ.
But those guys played on two Cub teams that didn't win playoff games. Happ played on they not only won playoff games, they won a series.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't play any of the games that they won because when he comes in, they would immediately give up and lose. Oh, Ian's in, it's over.
Granted, the 1 year that they actually did win games, he wasn't a full-time player, though, in 2017 as a rookie. But
if he had been a full-time player, then they wouldn't have beat the Nats.
Yeah, Andy, let me correct you on one more point, though. It wasn't that everybody gave up because Ian. It's because Ian is so great that everyone just stood around watching him.
Ian's got it handled.
We don't have to do anything.
Yep.
That's why. If I may play more into whatever Praz thinks of me.
I mean, go up there with a broken bat, and you're like, "Oh, my bat's broken." It doesn't matter. Ian's going to hit a home run. I'll swing with the broken bat. No, who cares? It doesn't matter what I do. Right. Ian's going to save us.
Ian's got it.
And I'll talk about it on my podcast later.
Yep.
We're going to have to record a podcast every day just to make sure that Ian stays hot.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I'd do it. If it would somehow work, I would do it.
Yeah, it's not like
I think the Yankees are. I think they're considerably better than the Red Sox.
Yeah.
But and we'll talk about it. These series are designed for anything to happen.
Right.
And then when a higher seeded team loses, the baseball writers all act like it's some sort of like oh my God, they choked. It's like you literally set up a format to try to encourage upsets, and when you get upsets, then you're mad.
Yeah.
So great, maybe change the format then. Is the idea to have anything can happen, or is it for the best teams to advance? If the best team is supposed to advance, then this is the 3 out of 5 round. The DS becomes 4 out of 7, and so is the LDS and the World Series.
Yep.
But it's not. They want this to be, oh my God, because after somebody's got an elimination game in game 2, and then if you make it to game 3, both teams have an elimination game. That's the whole reason for this. So you don't get to act crazy when like, oh, the best team got knocked out in 2 days. Yeah. You literally set a trap for them, and they fell in it.
For sure. What will be hilarious, though, is say, our predictions come right and the Yankees do win it. Seeing some Yankee fans probably celebrate that series win as much as they have any of their World Series wins after all the years they've lost to the Red Sox in the playoffs in recent years. We finally got over the hump against them. So,
okay. So then we get to the National League, and the first series is the West champions.
Hang on, sorry, Andy. You want to do the National League wild card first, or do you want to just finish up the American League? So do the
go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
I guess. Okay.
No,
it's up to you.
No,
but I mean, we'll be back. Assuming the Cubs win the wild card series.
Yeah, but then. Oh, I see. Well,
we'll be back for other shows. So.
But I'm not going to remember who I picked.
Okay.
All right. Well, we don't have to spend a lot of time. We'll do it.
All right.
So if it's whoever, so it's Guardians, Tigers play
Seattle.
The Mariners.
Yeah.
Okay. Seattle.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm taking Seattle. It's about time they actually stop stepping on themselves in the playoffs.
I think that's right.
Although it's one of those, where they get so hot late in the season, and then,
And the pitching's been off, but they pitched the ball really well. Is Brian Wu okay? He's because he got hurt late in the year.
Woo!
Yeah, but they've got some pretty good pitching. I think they've got just enough offense, and apparently they've got the MVP.
They do. They have the MVP.
Right.
Let's see. Jerry Dipoto, Brian Wu injury update. Oh, it's a podcast. That's not going to help me. Wu takes positive step towards return. Plays catch on field. Oh, that sounds like that's a very Cub update.
Yeah.
He's out.
Very,
In other
very
words, he's
Cade
done.
Horton.
Yeah, he
Hopefully
might
doesn't
be
crack
dead.
a rib there.
Yeah.
So are we agreeing
Kirby,
with the Mariners?
Yeah. I mean,
you know
they
what?
got
At
Gilbert
first,
Kirby.
I was gonna say. At first, I was gonna say Tigers because I just assumed that the Mariners' offense was still bad, but like, you obviously got the Cal Raleigh factor. Did improve a little. You know, they improved quite a bit at the deadline with Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez.
Sure.
You know, so they have this is probably their best offense that we've seen from the Mariners in
That's right.
recent years.
Since A-Rod and Jr.
Yeah, basically. And they do still got really good pitching, especially if Brian Wu's back. So, yeah, Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, George Kirby. Yeah, they could beat the Tigers there. I'll go Seattle against Detroit there.
I'll tell you what. If I spot you, 20 stolen bases, can you tell me how many stolen bases Josh Naylor had? Josh Naylor, Josh Naylor.
200 and I bet he's listed at 240.
I
thought you were
think
gonna give
I
his
heard
weight.
the stat you're about to read. So
I thought you were about to give his weight.
that'll spoil it.
All right,
I know
couldn't hear
Cal
that.
Raleigh stole 14.
Yeah. Josh
Oh,
Naylor
14.
stole 30 bases. 30
30.
bases this year.
Wow. So that would mean
stole-
did he get 30
Yeah.
home runs too? Or are he and PCA one in the same? No, he only had 20 home runs.
He only had 20 home runs.
30 home runs for a guy his size.
He stole 19 bases
20
in
30
50
stolen bases.
in 50. He stole 19 of them in 54 games with the Mariners.
Yeah.
That's when he
So,
really
yeah,
started
he went
running.
off.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
He is listed at 235. Just
Mhm.
like Christopher Morel used to be listed at 135.
Yeah.
About that accurate.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there as an aside. But yeah, so the Mariners are pretty good. I think J-Rod had a pretty good year, right? They're pretty good. Although the big deadline acquisition, Suarez has kind of sucked since they got him.
Because he wanted to be a Cub. He's still disappointed.
J-Rod was
Right.
good this year.
Right.
That's
Yeah, he's
true.
pretty good, right?
Yeah, we heard it from Cap that one day.
Yeah.
That never happened.
Yeah, he only hit 193 for them, but he hit 13 homers in 52 games.
Yeah. Yeah, J-Rod was a 30-30 guy.
J.P. Crawford had a nice year for them.
Yep. Yeah, they're
We know
they're
Randy
pretty good.
Arozarena is a postseason
Yes,
player.
that's right.
Good call. Thank you for giving up on him, Cardinals. Really
Yeah.
appreciate him not being there anymore.
And then they got Dominic Calzone.
Oh God, that's a name that triggers me from earlier this year.
Seriously, did he hit two?
Lit up
He
the
hit two
Cubs that
against
one
the.
series.
Yeah.
Miles Mastroboni.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't done. We should do. We haven't done the ex Cub
Yeah, we did
factor.
the ex-Cub thing. Yeah.
They don't have a lot.
Mike Royko still with us? Can he,
They still have
Mike Royko.
Dan Vogelbach. Is he still? Vogel's still playing for them.
No.
Still got Robinson Cano.
They still have his contract probably.
Huh.
Oh, it's nothing like Monday night, or Sunday Night Football score. Packers are up 13-2 over the Cowboys.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, don't see that a lot.
Did you see how the Cowboys got the 2? Because I have it on right here.
Jordan Love fall on the ball and hit his balls on the ball and roll into the end zone.
I wish it were that hilarious. No. Packers scored a touchdown on the extra point attempt.
Oh.
The Cowboys blocked it and ran it back.
Oh,
That-
nice.
My
Yes.
own little internal prediction for how the Bears were going to lose was when they went for 2, that the Raiders were going to return a fumble or interception for the 2 points and win by 1.
And they almost intercepted that pass, right?
They did.
On the
Didn't look like it was going to be a return, but you never know.
Right.
Okay, so then the other series is going to be an NL East matchup, either the Red Sox and Yankees against the Blue Jays.
Yeah. I don't think the Blue Jays are that good. Their pitching is a little bit off. Gossman is all right, but he's getting older. I kind of like
Javi's brother-in-law is going to the bullpen, correct? Jose Berrios.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, they'll have Gossman and who's their second starter?
Shane Bieber.
Yeah, I guess because he's been pretty
Bassett?
good since he came back. I don't think Bassett's been that good.
Nobody's been real good. He led them with 11 wins. Gossman won 10.
Yeah,
That's it. They have 2 double-digit winners on the whole staff.
Do they work up? Sorry, do they work up the courage to have Max Scherzer in the rotation at all, or is he out this year?
He's been terrible. No, he's been really bad. Yeah, he's probably done.
Just going to be staring at everybody.
Yeah,
with his heterochromia. Guys, I don't know. Here's a little known fact about Max Scherzer. Do you know that his eyes are different colors? Nobody's ever talked about it ever.
Nope, ever.
Remember the Nats used to have on the.
I was just going to bring this up.
They have a video board that's like on the outfield wall, and they would just have his eyes on it when he was pitching. It's like, what the
God,
really? Can we stop this?
I thought that was pretty cool.
I have a friend who has a dog that has heterochromia. She was amazed that I knew what it was called, and it was because of Max. Like, your dog has heterochromia. She's like, how do you know what it's called? I'm like, because I'm a baseball fan. That's why.
Well, what? It's Gossman pitched today too.
Well, but that's because they're not going to play until
right.
Friday.
Friday's at it. I lost my train of thought.
The guy who led them in appearances is former Cub Brendan Little.
Mm-hmm.
Spells his name with an O. Brendan.
If I remember right, he was traded to the Tigers in the Castellanos trade.
Let's see.
No, just purchased.
Just sold him. Hey, how much you want for Brendan? We'll give you $20. All right, sold.
Yep. For a literal first round pick to give up on a guy that early, come on.
That was like the
I guess 2017 first round.
When Robert Redford died this week, they were circulating a quote from some movie critic who, when Indecent Proposal came out, somebody's like, I gotta make sure how they word this right. Would you sleep with Robert Redford for $1 million? He said, yeah, but I don't know where I'd get that amount of cash. Which is basically the old Bob Uecker joke, which was my signing bonus. I signed with the Milwaukee Braves for $2,500, and man, it was hard for Dad to come up with that amount of money. They have this guy Nathan Lucas, who spells his name Lukes. That bothers me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Lukes.
No,
it's not Lucas.
Yeah.
And then they have Gary Varsho's kid, Dalton.
Yes.
The slowest center fielder in baseball, and he's like a Gold Glove caliber fielder, but he can't run. He's Albert Almora, except he can kind of hit.
Right.
Although not really. He's Albert Almora, 235, 282, 551. Good lord.
Yeah.
He can slug.
Yep, that's right.
Albert Almora ain't slugging 551.
Yep. Everything
Dalton Varsho, 57 hits, 20 home runs. 57 hits. Mm-hmm. That's like Rick Wilkins.
Yep.
Dave Kingman, yeah.
Yeah, so I like.
And then they got Davis Schneider, who looks like Schneider from One Day at a Time. With a mustache. He should play with a pack of cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
Yes, and a vest.
And are they still managed by John Schneider? Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that it's not his kid? No. I remember thinking it was when he came up. But this John Schneider is not. It's not Bo Duke. Right. It's a different John Schneider.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tom Wopat won't show up to be like the pitching coach.
Roscoe Pico Coltrane.
What was Daisy's? Barbara Bach? Was that Daisy?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you saw when they made the movie The Dukes of Hazzard and they dug her up to be and make a cameo. Barbara,
I don't want
to do that. Similar to if you ever seen the movie The Fall Guy, which I loved. I thought the Fall Guy movie was really good. Heather Thomas and Lee Majors show up at the end.
Oh, really? No.
Heather might be in her 60s, but her face is like 12 years old because it's all plastic and all brand new. And it's like, what? What did you do to yourself? There's no way that you think that looks good. But anyway.
The two hunters from the late '80s.
So
Locklear and Thomas.
that was an actual there was a choice to be made between Heather Thomas and Heather Locklear.
Yeah.
It was not cut and dry.
No.
So here's if the Red Sox advance, the Blue Jays win. If the Yankees advance, the Yankees win.
Sure. I could.
Okay.
Yeah. But the Yankees are the better team of that side of the bracket.
So that'd be Yankees Mariners then in the ALCS.
That's right.
You know what? Do you guys know who pitched for the Yankees today? Was it
It was Luis Heel.
Yeah.
Luis Heel pitched today.
Okay, never mind. Then I'll stick with my pick. Because if it was free to Rodon pitching today, I may have considered switching the Yankees Red Sox pitch.
None of the teams that were tied that were in, they weren't going to pitch their playoff starter today.
Right,
it was not important enough to anybody. These 2 out of 3, in fact, the home field has been a disadvantage in this.
Mm-hmm.
The road teams have won more games since they went to this format than home teams have, and more road teams have won series than the home teams have. So the teams aren't that. Only the Cubs are worried about, we got to have the games because we need the gate. Because the cheapest motherfuckers in the world own the team, and they're like, oh, we need the money. God forbid, we need the money.
Yep.
Everybody else was like, what gives us the best chance to put the best team on the field in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It could have mattered if they really wanted to go for it, because whoever won the AL East had enough wins to be.
Well, that's true. Right. This one was a bye. You could have missed this whole round. But that's a pretty big risk to take, because if you lose it with that guy, then you're screwed in the other one. You've got it.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think the Yankees had to worry about it because it wasn't Fried's turn, and they couldn't have pitched him on short rest.
Okay.
So it didn't matter.
Gotcha.
All right, we ready for the National League?
Yeah. Well, do we want to do the LCS?
Let's do it.
Oh, Mariners, Yankees.
Yeah.
I'll go. I don't want to see the Yankees again, so I'm going to pick them.
I don't either.
For a very good reason. Fuck, I don't want to see the Yankees in another World Series. They screwed up last year's World Series. It sucked.
Right.
It was their fault.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody kicked the ball around for an entire inning. That's no fun. You're disqualified.
Right.
You don't get to go back.
As much as I love Cody Bellinger for what he did here, he is not Juan Soto. And it took Juan Soto to make it to the World Series for the Yankees last year. They don't have him this year. I'm going the Mariners.
Yeah. I would like to say the Mariners, but I'm going to say the Yankees. Just one, to be a little different, but two, because I just don't trust the Mariners offense.
Well, and you got the great Aaron Boone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can go with a brain like that, you got to go with it.
Yeah.
How many playoff games will he get thrown out of? 6?
2. 6.
He's the biggest rat ass.
I know.
And he loses it like that. Remember, did he get thrown out? He got thrown out of the Cub game? Or maybe he didn't get thrown out. He almost got thrown out. The game with the Cubs, they challenged to play at third base, and they won.
Yeah.
And he was so mad that they had to challenge it that he started screaming at the ump for getting it wrong, even though replay got it right. And you're just like, would you just calm the fuck down, buddy? They fixed it. Well, I shouldn't have had to use the challenge. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut up.
Well, it didn't cost you a
Weirdo.
challenge. Like, it didn't cost you anything.
No, because he got it right. He got to keep the challenge.
Right.
He wears a watch, so he's probably like, this is wasting time. I got somewhere to be.
I'm buddies with Rob Manfred. We want to keep pace of play. Come on.
I gotta go.
Cody Bellinger played in 2 wild card games.
Mm-hmm.
333, 455, 333. He played in 6 NLDS series. 205, 287, 333. He played in 4 NLCSs, 270, 350, 494. And he played in 3 World Series, 121, 159, 273. So, really good in the wild card round. Be very good and he'll be very good in the LCS. But the other 2, worthless. He's going to be worthless. In the World Series that he was on when the Dodgers won, he hit 136. Oh, that was literally when he ruined his career.
Yep.
It's still the dumbest thing ever. Him and Kike did that stupid interlocking high bicep thing, and he ripped his freaking shoulder off. And he got to be a Cub eventually then.
Yeah, that was. If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't have been a
Cub. He had to go
Cub.
play for the Cubs.
Yes.
Right.
No, he would have signed a big. He'd have lots of money, and he'd still be playing for the Dodgers.
Yep.
Yikes. Okay, now we're going to the National League.
Yeah, let's do it.
People on the YouTubes are like, it's about time.
Yeah,
You're an hour in. It took you an hour to get to the
Oh,
series we really care about. Well, guess what? We're not even going to that series.
That's
We're going to go
right.
to the other one. We're going to go Dodgers Reds.
Nice tease, Andy.
Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful.
And I got a real prediction here.
Oh, do you? Are you taking the Reds?
If they can win it in 2 games, they win it. If it goes to 3, the Dodgers win.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Interesting.
You get
Dodgers.
Hunter Green in
What's-
game 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, who's pitching game 2?
Nick Lodolo?
Abbott?
Lodolo pitched
or
today.
Lodolo?
Pitched to the bullpen
Okay.
today. It's got to be Abbott.
So Abbott.
Yeah.
Their problem is
They have
they
no
don't score any
offense.
runs.
Yeah.
Small
I don't think
issue
it's-
there.
Yeah, for
It's the right.
for
it's the
a
one
team that
series-
plays at that bandbox too, like
Yeah.
they do not score runs at all.
What happened to all? Remember, they had so many young hitters. They didn't know what they were going to do with them. What are we going to do with these guys?
Yeah,
Oh my
well,
God!
yeah, they-
Look,
well, they-
we've got Encarnacio Strand. and
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
got-
Well, it was even more pronounced than that because they had a lot of shortstops. It was the same problem that they thought the
Yeah,
Cubs,
the Cubs.
had, right?
and it
is that
turned out the
Relve-
same way, which
Yes,
is like, you
yes.
got none. Well, he's
Yeah.
fine. He did not have the year I thought. I picked him. He's my MVP.
He-
Ellie?
And he did not have
He
any.
was awful in the second half. Yeah, he was not good in the second half. Yeah, I like the Dodgers. This is the one series where I think the Dodgers bullpen woes won't matter. Because the Dodgers don't have a good bullpen. But I think that, first of all, you're going to have some of the starters who have to be in the bullpen. But I think that
You don't like the fact
Dodgers
that- You know, the fact that in the last week of the season they had to give Clayton Kershaw and Roki Sasaki crash courses on how to pitch out of the bullpen because they're going to be
God.
there like
Yeah, I
two of
think-
their important bullpen
Well,
people.
Yeah, I don't think Kershaw's going to make the wild card.
Oh,
I was
no,
going to say
he is.
Kershaw's not going to be on there. I thought.
Yes, he is. In
I thought
fact,
they
they gave him
announced he
another.
wasn't.
He got another bullpen tune-up today. to
Oh,
get ready
really?
For it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's pitching.
Oh, I thought that was just
Interesting. No,
out of,
I
like,
think, yeah.
good
Nope.
faith.
That was his last
Yeah.
start. They set it up so his last
Oh.
start was at Dodger Stadium. Their intent. They need. It's not just like, oh, it'd be nice to have Clayton. They actually have to have
They
it
need him,
in
yeah.
their bullpen.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And I
they're
can't.
gonna
I
throw
can't
out-
wait for him to further soil his legacy by
Yeah.
giving up by giving his last pitch ever will be a pitch at frickin' great, or it'll be in Dodger Stadium. But
Yeah.
it'll be a home run to some fucking
to
slappy.
Gavin Lux.
Right. Right.
Yeah, the former
Uh,
Dodger great Gavin
It'd be
Lux.
Perfect. Yeah. But I
Oh,
do
there we
like-
go.
TJ
But I-
Friedel took him into the upper deck.
Yeah, because I mean, let's face it, Dodgers are going to throw out Otani and Yamamoto in the first 2 games. They can have Snell, right? Snell's healthy again. They can have Snell in the
I
bullpen.
think they announced
Oh,
that
they
it will
say
be
him.
Snell game 1.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was announced that Snell is going to go game 1.
I thought
Right.
it was going to be. I would think it would be Yamamoto then Shohei. Shohei is like ready to go 7 innings.
He's amazing. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
They very slowly ramped him up,
Yep.
and he went 6th the other night,
Yep,
and he was throwing
yep.
100 miles an hour in the 6th.
Yeah.
And it's back to the ridiculous
Yep.
Bugs Bunny. It's like, God
Yep.
damn, how could one
Yeah.
guy be that good at baseball?
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, so I mean, what else? So then they'll have the 3 starters lined up in case it goes 3 games. I don't think the Reds. That's just overwhelming for anyone.
I would say this, that I feel like the Dodgers are a team that kind of coasted a little bit in the regular season, and they're saving their best baseball for right now.
I don't think they coasted on purpose. I think they
Yeah.
coasted because of injury, but they
No.
I think they slow played bringing guys back because they knew they were
True.
in the playoffs.
Well, and in fairness too, NL West was a pretty damn tough division this year too, because you had 2 teams right on the edge of the wild card, window, and the Giants and the D-backs that almost made it. So, and you got the Padres to deal with too, although you got one very easy team beating the Rockies.
Oh,
Um,
sorry, really quick. Kershaw started today.
Oh, he
he
did?
did.
All right. So
Yeah.
then this is what I just saw is right. And that's they expect him to pitch out of the bullpen in the DS if needed.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be on the wild card roster.
That's right. Yeah.
Interesting.
guys were right.
Okay.
I was wrong. You were right.
All good. By the way, do we know the that river in Cleveland that apparently caught on fire like 40, 50 years ago?
What's the river?
Cuyahoga
Was it
River.
The Cuyahoga.
Oh, was it?
Does
Okay.
does that Does that flow all the way through Ohio to Cincinnati? Because I feel like there might be something in the water with these Ohio teams that neither of them can hit. You have Ellie De La Cruz leading the way for the Reds among like their starting group at 108 for an OPS plus, and then you have a 105 with Austin Hayes, 101 with TJ Friedel, 100 Noelvi Marte, and then a bunch of 90s and 70s and 60s all over the place. So, give me the Dodgers in this series, and I think it'll be fairly quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even mentioned Glasnow, who may not pitch in the who they don't have room for.
Yeah, how come they don't move that guy to the bullpen? That'd be my
Yeah, put him in as closer.
He'd probably get hurt warming up. The river, the river in Ohio in Cincinnati is the Ohio River. Cuyahoga is a different part of the state.
But I didn't know if Cuyahoga flew.
Never the twain shall meet.
Flowed all the way to there.
A really good REM song.
The Ohio River does go to Pittsburgh, however.
Oh.
It's one of the three rivers, the three rivers. The Monongahela, the something, and the Allegheny, and the Ohio. Those are the three rivers for Three River Stadium. And I know the Great Lakes because of Holmes. Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior.
Oh, I just memorized them. I didn't realize that there was a pneumatic.
Yes, it's pneumatic. It's air powered.
A mnemonic device for it.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less I think the Reds are going to win. But
I don't. Yeah.
nobody's holding me to these predictions. I do like Hunter Green. I think he's really good.
He's really good.
Right.
Yeah.
If not for show or for what's his name? Seiya. Would have no-hit the Cubs.
Yep.
This is true.
We don't want that. What would the no-hit streak guy do? He already had to start over. Can't start over again.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. That may have woken the Cubs up. It didn't.
Hey, I did say it on Blue Sky.
It was delayed.
The Cubs have gotten no hit.
Yeah,
it delayed, yes. But if the Cubs have gotten no hit, I mean, there's a precedent for Cubs teams that gets no hit, getting no hit, and reaching the NLCS that same year.
Precedent is Chris Bryant saves your ass the next day.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And then you go on a hot streak. I don't think he's around to do that, or anywhere for that matter.
He doesn't.
But somewhere. He's not dead.
Are we sure?
Ha!
Do we know proof of life?
I'm not going to be too sure about that.
Do we have proof of life for Chris Bryant?
All right.
And that brings us then to the best wild card series.
Easily.
Rematch of the 1984 clash.
Yes.
The San Diego Padres at Wrigley Field for at least 2 games, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 are going to be in the daylight. We know that. 2:08 p.m. Central.
The third one is also 2:08 if necessary.
Well, that would depend on how many other games are being played on that.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
And it's very unlikely that they'll all be played, so it'll most likely be a primetime game.
That's right.
In fact, I think they left a TBA for that reason.
Oh, I thought I'm looking at MLB.com and they have it listed as they have them all listed at the same time.
They do.
Yeah.
It'll move.
Yeah.
It needs to because I have an allergist appointment at 2:00 that day.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Which only take like 20 minutes, but still, I'd miss the beginning of the game. I'd miss 12 minutes of it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I can't miss any of it.
You're going to miss about 5 Padres runs.
Yep.
Hey.
It'll be all over by the time. There's not going to be a game 3. Well, the Padres need 3 games for. The Red Hot Cubs, winners 3 in a row. 4 of 5.
Yep.
If the Cardinals show up instead of the Padres, we're in great shape.
That'd be
God, the Cardinals
fantastic.
suck.
Or even the Mets, because they did hit the Mets around pretty well too.
Yep. Yeah, they got hot. The bats woke up at the end of the season, just in time. Pete's fixed. Seiya's on a home run binge. Kyle Tucker's back.
I will say, like, I don't know why
Michael Busch, nuts.
the April May offense can't show up.
They can't.
They've done it before. So why can't they do it again?
Hey, showed up in April against the Padres too.
That's right.
Cubs scored 100 more runs in the regular season than the Padres did. And they scored 70 fewer than them in the second half.
Jeez. I did look
that's
it
the
up
issue.
That,
all the Cubs stats look great until you go, what about from the middle of July on? Oh no, don't look at that. Please don't look at that. It's
very,
irrelevant.
Very 05 Navy Perez having like the hot 2 months and then falling apart, but his numbers still look pretty good.
So even without the great Cade Horton, who we know this happened, right? We know he broke his rib coughing because he got bronchitis from Seiya. Don't we know that's what happened?
Is that right?
That is exactly what a buddy of mine said.
Seiya was literally being kept away from the team because his bronchitis was so bad. And then Cade gets a very bad cough and breaks a fucking rib. I told my wife, I said, the Cubs' best pitcher's out because he broke a rib coughing. She's like, oh, yeah, that can happen. But didn't even phase her. I've heard people break, like, rib cartilage. I mean, if you really get coughing, you rattle everything. I mean, that is how he hurt himself. From coughing. Oh. Seems ridiculous. Hey, it's almost as good as Sammy sneezing and throwing out his bag.
Yes.
Just going to bring that up. Yep.
So that moves. Do we know who's pitching game 1? Is it Shota or is it Boyd? I guess it doesn't matter. The other one's going to pitch game 2.
Well, right. Let me ask you this. Do you guys have a preference on who goes game 1, game 2? Because I
neither.
Do.
Can neither pitch?
Can neither.
Yeah. Why do you have a preference?
I would, so assuming it was still Cade Horton pitching in the series, it was going to be Shota game 2, Cade Horton game 1 obviously, but Shota game 2 and then Boyd game 3 if necessary. I would kind of like to see Matthew Boyd get bumped up to game 1, and he is on, he's on good enough rest to do so, because he last pitched on Wednesday and that game would be Tuesday, so yeah, almost a week's worth of rest. In the case of Shota, he's only 2 years into a major league career in which, his entire baseball life before then, he was in a routine of only pitching once per week. And I feel like with him, he's the one Cubs pitcher that you don't want to get out of a routine. So for that reason, I would want to stick with him for game 2. And then go Matthew Boyd game 1, and then, if necessary, game 3, Jameson Taillon, or, take your pick on whoever you want to go game 3. I would assume it would be Taillon.
One of those pitchers in the second half is a 1.75 ERA. Who do you think it is?
Taillon?
Would it be the 5 or 6 starts by Jameson Taillon? Yeah.
4-1. He's 4-1 with a 1.75 ERA.
What's Colin Ray done in the second half? He's been pretty good now.
Maybe he should be the game 1 starter.
Possibly. He will be facing the Cardinals, right? No.
So Boyd, as much as he struggled, Boyd's still very good at home, which is good because that's where they're going to be. But Shota pitched before him, right?
No, Boyd
so it's
pitched
Boyd
on Wednesday
in
night.
normal
Shota
order.
Pitched on Thursday.
Boyd should pitch game 1, just in the normal rotation.
Correct.
Well, then he should do that.
Yeah.
Just for that reason. But and maybe it's better. So I mean, Boyd's good, and he pitched well in the playoffs last year. But he made 3 starts and he pitched 11 innings. Big fucking deal. I get a feeling I would rather if they're down 0-1, I would rather give the ball to Shota than to Boyd.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think I'll put it to you this way. I think in neither case will the pitcher go more than 4 innings.
Got to get to Caleb Thielbar as soon as possible.
Well, I think they're both.
Right.
There's no way that Craig lets them go 3 times through the order.
More than twice through the order, you're saying?
I wouldn't be surprised if he threw an opener out for Imanaga and then threw Imanaga.
I don't know if this is the part of the show where you guys want to talk about like roster decisions for what this series might be, but one thing I do wonder about, like, is there, I know during the regular season there's a cap, like it's going to go back to 26 men, and you can have as many as 13 pitchers during the regular season, but you can have less than that if you want.
That's right.
I do feel like it would probably make sense for the Cubs to go in a 3-game series, 14 position players, 12 pitchers.
Why?
Because you're only going to need 3 starting pitchers, maybe 1 more in an emergency. You know, then you could add on Colin Ray, and then you'll have what 8, 9 more bullpen arms. Like you should be able to get through that with 9 bullpen arms.
I wish Dave was here today. I feel like Dave and I talked about this, and I think most teams in this 3-game series do keep an extra position player for that reason. You just don't.
Is that right?
Yeah, because you've basically got 2 extra people in your bullpen because you only have to have 3 starters. You don't have to have 5. So you actually end up with an extra pitcher, an extra reliever, and that allows you still to have an extra defensive player. And it depends. If you're a team, like honestly, a team that really doesn't need it is probably the Cubs, who basically play Craig pretends he doesn't have a bench half the time. But you got to put Billy Hamilton somewhere.
Correct.
Yeah. At home watching the game like the rest of us.
Hopefully. We should go over to Terrence Gore's house. They can watch together.
Yeah,
look.
And go, why didn't that guy swing? I would have swung. We know, Terrence. We know you swung. We saw it.
Listen, Billy Hamilton is more than welcome to be on this team. Just do not let him near the bat rack, okay?
I guess it would depend.
He can put on the sliding glove. He can put on his defensive glove if he's a replacement. Don't let him.
If he gets Ballesteros on the team, I'm all for it.
If you want to, I was going to just say, if you want to have the extra position player, there needs to be a use for him.
Yeah.
So their bench, we know Turner's on it. We know the Carjacker is on it. So we got those 2.
You know Willie Castro's on it.
Willie Castro's on it because he's the only guy that can play half the positions. Yeah. So there's 3. So then you're going to have Moises, or you can have, you don't have to worry about Owen Casey because his brain never got unscrambled. I don't think they're going to put Kevin Alcantara on it because Craig doesn't seem to ever want to use him. It comes down basically right to whether you want Carlos Santana or not.
Yeah.
Is it worth having Carlos Santana? What's the use for him?
Well, I
guess the use for him is, well, let's see. They're not going to face a lefty starter, are they, for the Padres?
No. It'll more than likely be
Pavetta, King, and Cease.
Righty.
Right. Pavetta, King, and Cease.
Yeah.
So it would be, are you in the middle of the game when Adrian Moron comes in?
Right.
Are you going to hide Bush and then need Carlos to play first, basically?
Right.
And then Carlos has to bat, and the rest of the bats after that. Or Turner. Yeah. I think if they keep Santana, it's with the idea then that if they have to take Bush out, they have a much better defensive first baseman than if they have Turner at first.
But here's the thing, though.
But is that worth an entire roster spot?
Right. Well, Andy, here's what you're saying is that, so far you've mentioned 3 guys who are for sure, and then it comes down to either bias, and it's only the 4th guy. So you don't need to keep the extra position player. Right? You mentioned Reese McGuire, Justin Turner, Willie Castro.
Yeah.
So that's only 3 guys. So if you're arguing over who the 4th guy is.
No, I'm saying that I think they have to have Moises on because he can hit, and they don't have very many guys who can hit.
That's right.
So I'm putting him on, and now my thing is, do you need the 5th guy? Is there any reason for it? The only reason I can think of would be Santana, because he's a better defensive replacement at first if you've taken Bush out than having Turner there. So you have to decide: would we rather have an extra pitcher down there, or would we rather have Carlos in the off chance in these 3 games that late in the game, Justin Leon Durham's himself, and the season's over because he's 2 years older. One little stat that I realized when I was writing up the thing for tomorrow is that the Cubs actually have a player who was alive the last time the Cubs and the Padres played in the playoffs.
Justin Turner. Wow.
Yeah.
He's 41, and it was 41 years ago.
Caleb Thielbar maybe too, or
no, nobody's. He's the only one over 40.
Yeah.
Santana's 39. Thielbar's 38, I think. What's Pomerantz? 37.
Yeah. So that's kind of an interesting point because you know that you're going to have Colin Ray as sort of like the multi-inning guy.
I think it comes down to.
And you got Soroka.
I think it comes down to Taylor Rogers or Carlos Santana. It's the 3rd lefty or the extra bench guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the way that Caleb Thielbar has been pitching lately, you might want to have that extra lefty just in case.
From a talent standpoint, that's an easy decision. Taylor Rogers is far more talented at this stage of his career, but he pitched like shit.
Right.
Yeah. That's right.
So you got to have a lot of confidence in his track record to be like, playoffs are starting, he'll be fine. He's good. Yeah. We're going to use him. My guess is if they ask Craig, he'd be like, bench? You mean the guys who sit next to me? They can play?
I also got Savali. I keep forgetting you have Savali.
He's going to run Ryan Flaherty out there to go pinch hit. Yeah.
There's no playoff roster spot for Aaron Savali. He was the guy who when you got blown up or when you got a big lead that 8 innings. Would you be comfortable with them bringing Aaron Savali in any like important spot?
No, but to your point, if all of a sudden game 1 goes sideways,
solid starter this year.
Game 1 goes sideways. I'm having Ian Happ pitch the last 4 innings, just for fun.
There you go.
I don't think. I don't know. Can you punt even a 3-game series? Can you punt 1?
5. No, 5. I mean, I'm counting 5 relievers.
Well,
6 with Colin Ray. 6 relievers with Colin Ray, and then it comes down to Rogers, Soroka. Yeah, well, then it comes down to Rogers, Soroka, Wicks, and Savali.
I was kind of surprised. No, and that's the reason he pitched 3 innings today.
Yeah,
because he's not on the playoff roster.
No, that's fine. But then,
Soroka, they do think Boog. We hear all this stuff, so they tell Boog the shit we're supposed to believe, right? And they've been talking, Soroka, once we move to the bullpen, he's going to be an incredible weapon. He's on the roster. Soroka is in the bullpen.
Yeah.
They've made that decision long ago.
And you still got 2 more spots for either Wicks, Rogers, or Savali. Like I don't think there's still 2 more bullpen spots.
Because you get 10 instead of 8 when you go down to 3. So Ray goes in there. Ray will be on it because he's been a reliever. He would be the Savali.
Yeah. Yes.
And with the bonus of Craig would actually trust him if he needs him in a bigger spot. He'd actually pitch him.
Right.
That's
a good point. Yeah.
Is Assad making the roster?
I think that's why he started today.
Right.
They don't need him.
I'm with you.
I did make out what my roster would be. I don't know if you guys have any objections to this at all, but I had my bench. I had Reese McGuire, Justin Turner, Willie Castro, Billy Hamilton, Moises Ballesteros.
Why? What? Why would you have Billy Hamilton on the roster? What are you talking about?
You don't think a pinch runner is valuable, and I mean outside of Willie Castro, I guess, but he's the only bona fide outfielder you could put in as a replacement late in the game.
Well, he can't come around to bat because they didn't even bother to bat him in Iowa. He didn't have it at bat for them. Yeah.
Okay, so go on.
And then, so I had Colin Ray making it as I put him as emergency starter.
Sure.
And then bullpen, I have Drew Pomeranz, Aaron Savali, Michael Soroka, Taylor Rogers, Caleb Thielbar, Andrew Kittredge, Brad Keller, Daniel Palencia.
Okay. That's what I'm saying, right? Like if Rogers pretty much makes it no matter what, and then you have the roster spots. You got to do something. I wish they had somebody better. Like if Brian Brazier was healthy, you might give him one of the roster spots. That's also too many lefties. It's a lot of lefties who you're not going to use against right-handed hitters.
How about Ethan Roberts? Can we bring him back? They got rid of Tiny Face.
Hey,
what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? The guy they just released.
Who?
Nate Pearson.
Oh my God.
Nate Pearson. Yeah.
Oh, how could you let such a talent go?
When you said,
let's see if Billy got on a bat in the final days of. Well, he's not quite as bad as. Yeah, the Billy Hamilton. Well, I don't know. Iowa's season ended, right? So Billy he played in 6 games. He was 3 for 5 stealing bases. Hit 243 in the Mexican League for Jalisco. He has not played a game
in Iowa.
He hasn't played a game in the field. Well, he did in Mexico, so he's ready to go. Since 2 years ago when he played 3 games for the White Sox.
Yeah, I would argue Carlos Santana. Why is it Carlos Santana not? Did they release Carlos Santana?
No.
Something happened?
No, they sent him down to the complex at Mesa, basically.
Oh, is that right? Because he's not on the on FanGraphs roster resource page.
Oh. How did they do that without releasing him?
I don't know.
Well, when they first signed him, was it to a minor league deal? Because maybe that creates.
That could be.
I did. Hold on. I did read that he accepted the option.
Okay.
Yes.
If they couldn't find a spot for him in the final weekend,
yeah,
I find it very, very difficult to think he's going on the playoff roster.
I kind of.
Well, hey, if it ever winds up being Cubs versus Reds in the playoffs at all, he did get 2 hits against the Reds, so that's one team that you're confident he can get a hit against. A hit.
Yeah. So.
All right. So yeah, they'd have to make a 40-man move to put Carlos on the playoff roster. So I feel like he's there for an emergency right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the taxi squad or whatever.
So Billy Hamilton is probably more likely to make it. I think.
He's not on the 40-man roster either.
No, I don't think it's happening. I think it was a experiment that.
I think there's a better chance of him coming over to your place to watch the games than of him making the roster.
He's more than welcome to. Billy, I know you're a very frequent listener of this show.
Long time listener.
The invite is open.
Yep.
But I guess we'll find out tomorrow at the workout day. If little Billy's running around, stretching out. Oh, Bleed Cubby Blue wrote about it 3 days ago. Let's see what Al thinks. Josh Timmers wrote it instead.
Yeah.
All right, slightly more tolerable.
All right, so are you really picking the Padres to beat the Cubs?
I'm not going to pick for now. I'm not going to pick the fucking Padres. The Padres. Fucking.
Yeah.
I will say that I
still got the scars from '84.
I don't foresee a long playoff run for our Cubs, regardless. But at the same time, I could see where if they do get past the Padres, I do feel like I would be better with Cade. I mean, it's a broken rib. I don't know if we're going to get anything out of Cade, even if they make it to the next round. I think if they had Cade, I think they'd have a good chance to beat the Brewers because I don't think the Brewers are that good. I think the Cubs, like we talked about 2 weeks ago, one of the reasons that I think the Cubs do well against the Brewers is they make outs. The Brewers count out with their little speed and their little slashy shit. They want you to fuck up, and the Cubs don't. They just make the plays, and the Brewers have to string together more hits than they're really capable of, and they can't really hit homers.
Yeah.
So if they get by the Padres, who I don't think are that good, like I think these teams are really even. I think the Cubs, even without Cade, have an advantage in starting pitching because Savali's good, but that's about it. The bullpens. The Padre bullpen is very flashy and strikes out lots of dudes. And Mason Miller is ridiculous, strikes out more than half. But the Cubs bullpen is good.
Yeah, I agree.
And the Cubs the Padres have 2 better offensive players than the Cubs, unless Kyle Tucker all of a sudden pitches like Kyle Tucker. But the rest of that lineup's not that good.
That's
the Cubs have better depth in their lineup.
Yeah.
And the Cubs play better defense than the Padres. So you can easily make a case for the Cubs to beat the Padres.
Yeah. Who's the second Padre? Other than Tatis.
It's Machado and Tatis.
Oh, Machado. Yeah, that's right.
Manny's probably the best hitter in the series.
Let me throw this out to you guys.
Tatis is probably second. Okay.
The Padres do. We brought up the Brewers that they don't rely on a lot of home runs. Padres are kind of in that same boat a little bit. They've hit I want to say the 3rd fewest home runs of any team this season. Only the Pirates and Cardinals have less than they do.
Okay.
I feel like the Padres are the perfect kind of remedy matchup for someone like Shota Imanaga, who's been giving up a lot of home runs lately, that could have that be corrected against.
Well, he gave
up. Can we go to Petco for his start then instead of Wrigley?
Yeah,
I think that has a big.
Can we
thing.
just forfeit that?
I think that has a big thing to do with the Padres hitting fewer homers.
Right.
I mean, they play in the National League West.
Well.
That's a real thing. There's 3 big parts. Well, Rockies are. It's not that easy to hit home runs in San Francisco, L.A., or San Diego. They're at a disadvantage because of that. But they're not playing in any of those parks.
Yeah,
I looked it up too. Though on the road, they're right in that same territory too. It's not just a Petco Park thing. I think they're the they've hit like the 5th fewest home runs of any team on the road
Right.
as
But
well.
I'm just worried about those
If you
two
look at
dudes hitting
Fangraphs.
like 4 homers in 2 days.
Yeah,
That's a good
That's
point.
what I worry about.
yeah. I'll
Because
say
Luis
that-
Arise is not, although he probably will. Luis Arise probably hit one in the basket
Yeah.
just because
I think
it's the
I
playoffs.
think, yeah, I think that the 2 best teams in the National League are the Dodgers and the Phillies. And I think
Yeah,
that's true. And I think
I'd
the
agree
Cubs
with
are the third. And I think the Cubs are the 3rd best team in the National League. I don't think I think that they can beat both the
Yeah.
Padres and the Brewers.
And the Padres,
And not can, but I think they will beat both the Padres and the Brewers.
the Padres would have won the World Series last year had they won one more game against the Dodgers. It
Yep.
looked like they had them beat,
Yes.
Yep.
and then they just couldn't. They didn't score in either of those games, and they lost
Yeah.
them. But this team is not that team.
Mhm.
I mean,
Right.
the starting pitching is kind of bad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're
it's
not
not-
getting
it's-
offense out of the same spot.
Yeah.
Jackson Merrill did not have anywhere near the same year
That's right.
that he
He was
did.
hurt a lot. Yeah, he was hurt a lot. But Merrill was down. Tatis, like all things considered, had a down year for him.
Yeah, for him.
Machado's really good. The Padres pitching is fine. Like it looks good on paper. Pavetta's had a great year. Michael King's been hurt. The Padres pitching is just fine. The bullpen does it obviously. But I think the Cubs can play with them. I don't think there's any reason why.
The one thing I worry about with the Padre bullpen is that the Cubs still don't handle velocity very well, and that's all they're going to get out of that Padre bullpen.
Yeah.
I think that there are I think that there's enough players who do hit velocity pretty well. I mean, I think Tucker is really good at it, and I think PCA is good at it.
Yeah, but you don't have to throw Pete strikes. I really
No.
worry about Pete in this series because
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's going to want
know they're
he's going to
gonna
want to have a big series, and he's not going to see a strike, and he's still going
He'll
to.
probably be the guy they bring Mason Miller in for.
I mean, I kind of think that if Pete, like, if Pete will just, if you can convince him in game 1, don't swing your first 2 at bats.
Mm-hmm.
He walks both times, and all of a sudden the Padres are like, shit, we got to pitch to him.
Mm.
But it's going to be the
Right.
opposite. He's going to be swinging at the rosin bag. And
Yeah.
But you look at the same thing. Like, who was one of the Cubs' best postseason players during their run? It was Javi.
Javi. Yeah.
And he's the exact same guy. It's almost,
Yeah.
I could also
Yeah,
see
good
Pete
point,
because
good
he's
point.
Pete just
Yeah.
going nuts in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It would be great. And he doesn't have to, I wrote this the other day, he doesn't have to play like first half Pete, but he can't
Yeah.
play like second half Pete. Somewhere
Like,
in
if
the
he
middle,
plays-
the
If he
Cubs
plays
would be
like
tough
this
to beat.
weekend, like if this weekend is a harbinger of things to come, like
So-
you got some. I guess
So
this
I will
is
tell
the
you, I
April,
have-
May offense.
So, trying to decide whether to play Pete on my fantasy team every day.
Yeah. Mhm.
I did play him on Friday, and he hit his 30th homer, and I was very excited because I knew he would hit after that. Because I really think when he got to 28 homers,
Yeah.
he really, I mean, he didn't have a good second half at all, but he really got bad when he was just trying to hit those 2
Yeah.
homers. He wanted to
Yeah.
he wanted to be 30-30. And once he hit it, it was almost like, okay, good. Now and his at bats were
Weight
much
lifted
better.
off.
Although the Cardinals are terrible, which is great.
Well, but
But his approach was better. Like it was
Yeah.
more like, okay, I got the homers. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So maybe that's a thing. And then Seiya was very good.
yeah. Yes. Oh, to say the least.
Yeah.
One other Padres nugget I want to add to that. A guy they picked up at the deadline, Ramon Laureano, recently just
Yeah.
went on the injured list.
Yeah, he's hurt.
And
he was really good.
I said that might be as big of a loss for them as Cade Horton is for the Cubs.
I think I would agree. He was really,
because-
really good for him.
Yeah,
They got
because
him
he-
and Ryan O'Hearn from the Orioles, and they needed him because
Yeah.
they needed bats.
Ryan O'Hearn was
and
really
O'Hearn
great.
has only been okay for them.
Oh, really? I thought he was really.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
won the game for him the other day.
Oh, really?
I thought so.
Oh, yeah, against the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with Laureano, he has been, since he became a Padre, he's been their best hitter against left-handed pitching.
Mhm.
The Padres as a whole do not hit lefties very well. As of yesterday, they were at a 94 WRC plus against lefties. That's 17th in baseball.
Yeah, because they have a lot of
Laureano-
lefties.
Yeah, they have a lot of left. Well, but still, Tatis and Machado are the two.
No,
they have
but
to think
that
of with-
right, but that's it. I like pretty much everybody else.
Right. Those are the two guys who hit everybody.
Yeah.
The other
Right,
guys
right.
don't hit lefties. Yeah.
Right. Oh, Bogarts is
For sure.
also righty, but he's been meh.
Yeah.
But
He's had a bad
thinking
year.
of-
Plus, now he's playing with a broken foot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But thinking of like a series where the Cubs are going to be throwing out Matthew Boyd and Shota Imanaga for at least 2 of those games, that is something that maybe plays a little bit in the Cubs' favor.
Well, they were always gonna, and that's why. I mean, it was going to be Horton. Those were the 3 guys. They're just going to pitch games 1 and 2 now instead of 2 and 3.
Unless you had Cade Horton and you swept, and then you.
That's actually a really good reason. Kind of thinking it through a little bit. That's a really good reason to have all those lefties in the bullpen. Also, that's a good reason for Rogers making the team.
Yeah, they don't hit lefties,
right?
So it's just throw them as many as you can.
Yep.
The O'Hearn had an 837 OPS for the Orioles, 734 for the Padres. Part of that, I'm sure, is Petco.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because Baltimore is a very good place to hit.
Yeah.
But Laureano was really good for them. But Laureano had been even better in Baltimore. So even his number, I'm sure it's Petco that some of that. One thing I wrote about for tomorrow is one of the things the Padres are really good at is robbing home runs. Like they've done, it's 8 or 9 this year.
Yeah,
you're gonna need a rocket up your ass to do one a Wrigley, so that'll help.
The Padres are a pretty good. They're a good defensive outfield. Their infield defense is meh.
Right.
Well, losing Laureano really hurts their outfield defense because when they had him and Merrill and Tatis, that's 3 Gold Glove, real, not Ian Happ. Yeah. That's real Gold Glove outfielders, 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't even know who plays left now without him.
Is it like Gavin Sheets?
Is that you just put O'Hearn there instead of?
They got Gavin Sheets. That's right.
Good.
Yeah.
And Machado's a great defensive third baseman, and then that's
wonderful.
Bogarts can't move anymore.
Yeah,
Arise has been playing second a lot.
He's been playing first.
The last couple of weeks he's played second a lot. Yeah.
Has O'Hearn been playing first base?
Yes.
Is that what
Interesting. It is? Okay. Well, hopefully, and I harped on this earlier in the season with, Tucker not exactly showing the most hustle on some balls to the right side that he was hitting when he was struggling as a hitter. If he's hitting some to second base and Luis Arraez is handling them, I'm hoping he's running hard because those could result in Tucker.
I would not count on Cal Tucker running hard because their whole thing with him is you need to bat every time you can.
Yeah.
I think he's on the Aramis Ramirez.
Yes.
He's not playing the outfield, and I don't think he's not stealing any bases, and I think he's got to be very careful about when he tries to push it to get to first. And if that means he grounds out to second 1 extra time, I'd rather have him batting than.
That's right.
Because once he goes down, it's all over.
Okay.
That's right.
That's the end. They might as well go. He gets hurt, and the Cubs just walk off the field. Everybody leaves.
Exactly.
Where'd they going?
So I forget what series you were talking about that says, if it goes 2, it favors one team. If it goes 3, it favors another team. We talked about it sometime in the AL playoffs. I feel like with the
Reds.
Cubs,
the only chance the Reds have is to win it in 2.
Yeah.
If it goes 3, they lose because they don't have a third star.
I kind of feel that way about the Cubs, that their best chance to win it is in 2. If it goes 3 and you got to throw Jameson Taillon in game 3.
Oh, Big Jimmy. I watch Marquee, man. I know how good he is. They talk about how good he is all the time. And when have they ever lied to us? I know that he's great and that Ian Happ is an outstanding defensive left fielder. That's what I know from watching Marquee. Big game, Jameson, Taillon. He'll be fine.
And that every player's parents loves talking to Taylor.
I mean, if they get to game 3, that Taillon is on the Jason Hamill. They won a decisive game against the Cardinals with Jason Hamill. As soon as he gets in trouble at all, he's out. We're going to the bullpen. Get us as far, get as far in this game as you can. The difference was he won't bat. Hamill actually drove in a run in that game against John Lackey before. That's what started the eruption that led to the Javi 3-run homer. It was a key moment in Cubs history.
Here, I remember thinking at the time too that was going to end John Lackey's career, and then he wound up being a Cub the next 2 years, and a pretty damn good one too.
Oh, that was par for the course. Him screaming at his catcher. The Cardinals didn't even notice. They didn't notice if he didn't start screaming, and he wouldn't have yelled at. But he wouldn't have yelled at Yachty. It was Tony Cruz.
True.
Of course, Yachty wouldn't have called that, or if he did, it would have worked. If Yachty called it, it would have worked.
Yeah, he would have bent down and kissed Yachty's ass if that was him.
Yeah.
No, Lackey would
I
have
don't know.
John Lackey would have done that.
I gotta be honest. I don't know that that's necessarily true about the Cubs. Like if it goes 3, that they're gonna lose. Like, yeah.
Because who's the Padres? It's got to be Cease, right?
Well, yeah. You got Cease, King, and I'm assuming it's not gonna be Darvish.
Well, would it be Cease? They did announce it'll be Pivetta game 1, which that was obvious.
Yeah, he's their
but I don't know
pitcher.
if they announced game 2 or game 3 yet.
I would say if King is healthy, it's King, and if he's not healthy, it's Cease.
That's right.
And if Cease starts game 2, it means they're really going to have to they're going to have to.
King's not starting game 3 either.
But the thing we're missing here about and I want to pull it. I need a visual aid for this before I get to this. I mean, we haven't mentioned the X factor with the Padres. The reason
they don't have Martin Maldonado anymore.
The reason that they will clearly
they don't have Jason Hayward anymore.
They don't need him. This is even better.
Okay.
The reason that they can't be beat. Why I'm going to have to pick them. I mean, look at that guy. Look at Mike Shildt. Look at him. He's a genius. How could you possibly contend with that?
Oh man, that guy's. I'll tell you this much: that guy's mom 100% used Tylenol while she was pregnant.
The crazy thing about Mike Shildt was his whole time with the Cardinals, I assumed he was bald. He just looks like a bald guy.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But he's got like real hair. He's got an actual head of real hair. He's just so odd looking that with his hat, and he pulls his hat way too far down.
He's got like the Elmer Fudd like the flaps on the side.
He has a much better playoff record though than Craig Counsell. Mike Shildt, Craig Counsell's career playoff record is 7-12. Mike Shilt's is 8-12. So that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge.
That's a whole extra win. That's 2 series wins versus 1.
The funny thing is too, I was at the game on Friday out in the bleachers, and there were some Cardinal fans out there. Talked to some of them, and the funny thing is, like, of their last 3 managers, he's probably the best one of that bunch.
Oh, he was the best one. He's the best one they've had since Tony.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
He got fired for basically calling the front office on their bullshit, and they didn't like it. Like we have this. He basically said, look, the things in this organization have to change, and this roster has to improve. And their solution was, you're fired.
Yeah, and look at where their front office is at now with John Mozeliak on his way out.
Yeah.
So he was right the whole time.
Yeah. He was pushing for them to trade some of those young hitters to get pitching because they didn't have enough pitching, and they basically told him to fuck off. And then all those hitters have flopped, and they still don't have any pitching. So he was right.
Yeah. Yeah, I still like the Cubs.
I'm going to say Cubs in 2 just because I think that's the most optimal way for them to win the series. Because I don't think they win it if it goes 3.
I think the Cubs going to the NLCS.
Okay.
I'll say Cubs in 1. It's going to be such a thorough, just like the 13-0 shellacking back in '84.
Rick Suckup's going to hit a home run.
13-something.
Yeah. Rick Suckup.
The Padres are just going to go home.
They're just great,
that was humiliating. Let's get on the plane. Let's get out of here before we have to do this again. I can't imagine.
Don't want to have to face Steve Trout.
Yeah.
All right, so that would make Cubs Brewers round 2. Who do we like there?
Cubs.
For all the reasons we mentioned,
I have a lot of confidence
that
if I'm the Brewers, I want the Padres to win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think the Cubs are going to go in there and beat them.
I think so too.
And I think they know it, and they don't. Their little ego can't take it because Big Brother was going to show up with other nasty fans and beat them again.
I heard this, that like people who are Brewers season ticket holders got like emails or letters from the Brewers saying like, don't put your NLDS tickets like on the secondary market. They really do not want Cubs fans being there for that series if it happens that way. And you know what? It's not going to work out. It's still going to probably be half Cubs fans there if it happens.
Yeah, how are they going to prevent it?
No.
Like it's a payday for those fans.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be
exactly
$200 a ticket. Yeah, there's no. I think the Cubs are going to the NLCS. The interesting division series is going to be Dodgers
Phillies. Yeah.
Yep.
Dodgers Phillies, Cubs Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you like, Dodgers Phillies?
Man, that might be the World Series right there. Honestly.
Nah. I like
that might be the two best teams in baseball. Is what I'm saying.
I think the big change in the LDS for the Dodgers is going to be now they can't use one of those starters in the bullpen, right? Because now you need 4 starters, and I think that's going to be kind of an issue for the Dodgers. But the Phillies, I don't know that they have enough starters either. They have 3 pretty good starters with Wheeler out.
You know what? They sneaky have like a pretty deep rotation. Like I know they lost Wheeler, but like still got some good guys like Andrew Suarez, Christopher Sanchez, Luzardo.
Yeah, all right. And then what?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about what Luzardo did.
No,
Aaron Nola
this year, but
then they have Aaron Nola.
Hasn't Aaron Nola sucked this year though?
Yes. Oh yeah, very bad.
He was hurt. He was hurt that he wasn't good.
But he was very bad before he got hurt, which is not a great sign.
They also signed Walker Buehler.
Yeah, I think they might use him as like a 3-inning opener.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He pitched well the other night.
Revenge series against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Well, he was great for the Dodgers in the playoffs last year. I don't know that it's revenge. He went free. He got a decent contract from the Red Sox. It's not like they cut him.
He got $20 million. And they also got Taijuan Walker. That bullpen stopped.
Yeah, Buehler made 2 starts, pitched 3 times, 3-0 with a 0.66 ERA, 10 hits in 13 innings.
Wow.
He still his problem. He's not fully healthy. He's walking guys. He walked 6 in 13 innings. Only struck out 8. But last year in the playoffs for the Dodgers, he was really good, and he hadn't been healthy all year.
Yeah.
So let's see, he pitched 10 scoreless innings in the LCS and World Series combined, working 2 games out of the bullpen and making 1 start.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like the Phillies are another team that's very. Yeah, the Phillies are another team that's pretty top. It's a really good top heavy in their lineup, right? I mean, they've got 3 amazing players at the top of the lineup, and then after that, it kind of gets. Brandon Marsh has had a pretty good year. Alec Boehm's okay. JT Realmuto might be done. Bryson Stott is not that good.
And they got the guy who won the National League batting title with the worst batting average ever.
Otto Kemp? Oh no, sorry, Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Did he make it back by the end of the year, or is he just gonna?
No, he's back. Yeah, he
show up today for the playoffs.
He literally played today.
I think they did activate him today. I don't know that they played him today.
Oh, I thought he played today. I thought he saw. Hold on.
But I remember seeing an alert on my phone saying like basically
he played,
declaring him the winner of the batting title.
Yeah, he went 0 for 2.
Does the average go down anymore? Is he 304 now?
Yeah, it's 304. Yeah.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. I wouldn't even accept it if I hit 304.
Exactly.
There was no batting title this year because nobody.
So like every team is really has some real flaws in it.
Yeah, and so I will go back to our trade deadline discussion.
Yeah.
That's why it's so frustrating they did what they did.
Yes.
Like this isn't just a National League ripe for the taking. It was MLB for the taking this year.
Yeah.
This was a chance to actually grow a pair and do something big. And I know the Bleacher Nation guys are like, well, nobody did. They couldn't get. Nobody was willing to pay what it cost. The Cubs should have paid what it cost.
Yes.
And if they couldn't pay what it cost because they didn't have enough, then that is an indictment of the bullshit we hear about how wonderful the farm system is. And I kind of think that's really what happened.
Yeah.
I think Jed really did try, and everybody looked at Owen Casey and Kevin Alcantara and even Moises, and they're like, yeah, you can hit. Where's he going to play?
Right, but I don't
I'm sure lots of teams would have given you something for Moises.
Yeah.
But nobody was going to give you because he was positionless. They're like, well, I can't give you that for him. So I kind of wonder. But at the same time, I'll get to just a second. At the same time, when they were talking about, I just think it's complete bullshit when Jed was like, every conversation we had about a really good player, they either wanted Cade Horton or
Matt Shaw.
Or they wanted Matt Shaw. It's like, okay, then that means you don't have any depth in your system then. If those are the only two names you're hearing, so I think it's bullshit. I don't think they heard that. I think he just was unwilling. Right. I think Carter's we want to make sure the 2032 Cubs are good.
Yeah.
Was him basically saying we got some offers where we could have done something, but we would have given up more than we were comfortable with. And it's like, well, fuck you. You're supposed to give that up. You're the Cubs because you've got 6 years to recoup that before 2032 through the draft and free agency and everything else. You're not the Brewers.
The thing, right. And here's the thing, Andy. But I think that's also why guys like Moises Ballesteros were actually coveted. And I do think that, I don't know if we would have been the only one, but I think if they would have been willing to give up Ballesteros and, say, Owen Casey, I think they could have gotten Mackenzie Gore. They just weren't willing to do that. Or maybe you're right, or maybe Owen Casey wasn't that good. But I think Ballesteros, I don't think it doesn't matter that much, especially this day and age, that he can't play a position.
Yeah, I would say
guys around the league who fall into that.
But it does hurt his value.
Well,
it does. But
if he could adequately play a position, he would be a really valuable trade.
Agreed, 100%.
And he can't. And so while teams will look at the bat, he only has a 50% chance of helping you now. He's got to really hit because he's your DH for the next 10 years if you get it. And if he turns out he's kind of good, then you're going to go get a new DH. And you're just not going to use it.
Well, agreed. But I also think that teams understand how good of a hitter he is. He's a really, really good hitter. Yeah. He's really good.
Right. That's why I think he should be on the roster. They need to find a way to use him in all the games.
Yes. So he's a really good hitter. I think teams see that. Or have seen that. I think that you're right, his position did cost him, but I do think he's also very valuable, especially in this day and age when we're talking about Aaron Judge having. I'm not saying that he's Aaron Judge, but we're talking about Aaron Judge and Kyle Schwarber is an MVP candidate, and you've got other guys around the league kind of in the same vein. Eventually, it's going to be either Liam Hicks or Augustin Ramirez.
So Schwarber, yes. Although I don't think, at least at this point, Moises does not profile to be a big home run hitter, right?
Really? I don't know.
Not yet, at least. I mean, because he's only got 2 for this year. I don't know how many he had in Iowa, but he's more. He is more of an average hitter.
So the Schwarber thing I'll give, but not Aaron Judge. I mean, that's a big dude. No. Except when he has a bad right arm, right now, is a really good defensive. There's no position problem with Aaron Judge. In fact, he was willing to play out of position all last year and play center field. He didn't play it particularly great, but he played it. But I get what you mean, with a guy like Schwarber, which was the same kind of thing, right? You can play left field, but you're going to survive it. He's not going to be making a lot of plays. But that's why
the bat plays.
The thing that I'll never get over the fact that they just gave him away for nothing. Right. Considering one left field he could have absolutely played is the one at Wrigley Field.
Right.
He was already in the right spot.
Right.
Yeah. You just had to keep it there.
Exactly. The one thing further I'd say with Moises Ballesteros is because if he would have been traded in for some kind of starting pitcher from, or not from, but to a team that, was in the middle of a rebuild, I feel like you could have, there probably isn't much there's not a guy that you're blocking or that would be blocking Moises Ballesteros by trying him at first base or trying him at catcher, or you more than likely would have had a spot available for Moises Ballesteros if you had traded for him. I think, and especially
I'm not saying that. I'm saying so let's use we're talking about they needed to make a bold move for an impact player, right? Yeah. So if you're a team who's trading one of those guys, the headliner can't be a guy who looks like he's going to be a really good hitter that can't play a position.
Right.
Baseball front office is not going to do that. There are a bunch of guys like Jed. They're not going to be well, this guy can hit, and it doesn't matter that he can't play. Because it's very clear. The Cubs have clearly already decided he can't catch. And
that's right.
He's a fat 5'8" guy. He's not going to play first base.
He does 6 scoreless innings today against the Cardinals he caught.
He's never going to play. He's never going to play an actual position with any regularity in the big leagues. And that it means he's I could see why teams were like, okay, no, that guy is not. That's not enough. It's that plus a lot more to get.
Okay, so I agree with you on that case.
Okay,
I just don't think. I don't know. It's an indictment of Jed that he wasn't willing to trade something more than Moises.
Because there had to be something that could have packaged with him to get him.
Right. If you go to the Twins and you say for Joe Ryan we'll give you Moises Ballesteros and I don't know Jefferson Rojas and maybe a couple of other guys, whatever it is, I think the Twins make that trade. Furthermore, the Cubs have already loaded up on more outfielders, right? Casey Alcantara looks like he might be a pretty good player. And then your first round pick this year.
The number one pick is an outfielder.
Yeah. So like I think that either Jed didn't try hard enough, or teams really did have a high price. Because I think it's kind of okay to not trade Shaw or Horton, maybe Shaw.
Yeah.
But like I think it's okay to not trade those guys. But I think that there's enough there like to make trades with. But I also don't know that. I don't have faith that Jed explored trading Ballesteros and other guys to get somebody like Joe Ryan or to get somebody like Mackenzie Gore or whatever else was out.
Yeah. And then it conveniently, Gore's injury conveniently stopped the criticism of Jed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edward Cabrera too, although Edward would have come back and pitched at the end of the year. He pitched 3 pretty good games for the Marlins at the end. But that shut everybody up because it's not, if Gore had been, pitching the last month for the Nats and was really good, it would just been a reminder every day that, well, if our GM had any balls, he'd be that guy would be our number. Him and Cade would be our 1-2 playoff starters, and we'd really have something.
And Gore kind of went downhill a little bit in the second half anyway. But anyway, like next year, Gore.
Well, but he didn't have Tommy Hotovy.
That's
Can you imagine what he'd have been like with Tommy Hotovy?
That's right.
Tyler Zombro in the vaunted pitch lab. Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. You got to add 50 points of ERA plus.
Oh,
just for being just for being around the Cubs.
Yeah.
And their brilliance.
Just for breathing in their musk.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they didn't completely piss it away and have to play these games in San Diego.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're going to be during the day, selfishly because I can watch them. But I mean, I could have watched them anytime. But I'm not like, I can't see them now. It'll just be cool to have day baseball playoff games.
It'll be. I'm looking forward to Tuesday night.
And I'm sure that was kind of like when they're making out the choices last night, going through all the scenarios, MLB. It was part of it, right? Oh, we can do 2. They're the ABC games, and they want people to actually watch them, and it's going to look cool. Yeah. And so they're like, all right, let's do that.
Yeah, I think it's right.
Before we go, do we want to pick back up on where we were for the series predictions, like for the rest of the playoffs?
Oh yeah.
I think we were on Dodgers.
Oh yeah, we were Dodgers Phillies.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm taking the Dodgers.
The thing with the Dodgers is like they're probably going to make quick work of the Reds, and we're not going to see anything from them that's really going to, make us think they're any better than they already really are. At the same time, they carry such big weight, and they're facing a team that's going to be not without their best starter, and they're getting their best pitching back at this point. So, I mean, I would go Dodgers in the NLDS over the Phillies, and probably a pretty hard fought 5.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys are at on that.
Wait, is that only a 5-game? No, it's a 7-game series, no? The LDS?
In the NLDS, it's a 5.
DS.
Oh.
It's 5.
Oh.
No, Dodgers Cubs is going to be 7.
Yeah. Then I'm definitely
exactly. That's exactly right.
If there was 7, I would have taken I would have thought a lot harder on it. If it's only 5, I'm taking the Dodgers.
All right. Yeah. I would like to pick the Phillies because there's a lot of reasons to safely pick against the Dodgers. It's hard to repeat, all that stuff. Yeah. But you turn to September, and all of a sudden Mookie has 10 more pounds back on him like normal, and he's got a 936 OPS.
Yeah.
Shohei has, they basically managed to get through the entire season with him barely pitching, and now he's ready to go. It's and the Phillies. I mean, you're going to hit fly balls at Nick Castellanos.
Yep.
And he's still going to,
Nick Castellanos
wrestle them to the ground.
Yeah, they're
Huh?
not. He's not playing very much anymore. But that makes them
Right.
even a little bit worse.
And you're right. I think JT Realmuto is cooked.
Yeah.
So their lineup is like, I think everybody looks back at 2 playoffs ago, not last year, but the year
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
and how good they were. And I was a shock they
Yeah.
lost the Diamondbacks, and they're just going to come right back and they're going to
Yeah.
win. That might have been the best they're ever going to be.
Yeah.
If they had Zach Wheeler, I would pick him
Yeah.
because they would find a way
Yeah.
for him to pitch. He
Yep.
would beat the
I'd
Dodgers
be- I'd-
twice,
Twice. Yeah.
but he's
I
not
think
going
I'm
to be
with
able
you
to
on that.
pitch against him at all. So I would take the Dodgers. So I have Dodgers Cubs in the NLCS.
Yep. Same.
Same.
And of course the Cubs got to avenge 2017.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody would pick against the Cubs in that series.
Sure.
How many home runs is Kike going to hit? Hey, 5?
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. The 5 solo home runs ain't getting it done.
Oh man, do they still have that one outfielder that like killed the Cubs early in like 2023? The guy with the like James Outman. Remember
Oh
that
no.
guy?
No. He's on. I think he's on the Twins.
He's
I
out.
might ask for him on
Man.
one again.
Yeah.
He's out,
I don't know.
man.
He's not. They don't have him anymore.
No, they have Andy Pajes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That will be the guy who
He's
goes off like
he's
crazy.
kind of good.
He's a good defensive
He's
player. He's
Pro-
he's probably an average offensive player. Yeah, he's not bad. He's got a little bit of power.
He's the kind of creep that like gets 2 big hits against you,
Yeah.
and you're like, this guy really?
It's Kenny Landro all over again.
Oh, he's number 44 too, right? Isn't he?
Ha.
Ooh.
Yeah.
is he?
Oh God, it is. It is
Oh
Kenny
man!
Landro.
Holy cow!
There we go.
Motherfucker.
Just brought some PTSD.
If I ever get a
to
time
Andy there.
machine, I'm going back to like 1982, and I'm asking little Andy why he hated Kenny Landro, because I don't remember. I just know I did. I carry it on. I carry it forward, but I don't know why.
I actually forgot that you hated him.
I hated Kenny Landro.
I was
Hated
very earnest in making that comparison. I forgot that you hated him.
Kenny Landro and Keith Hernandez. There was a whole list.
It was easy to hate Keith Hernandez.
John Tudor. I was so
Yeah.
happy when
Oh,
John.
God.
Remember, John Tudor had a terrible playoff start, and he punched a fan, not
Yes.
like not a fan in the stands. He punched
Yeah.
a fan in the dugout
Yes.
and cut the shit out of his hand. Oh, I love that. I couldn't get
Yeah.
enough of that. I
It's
was
like
reading
Trevor
that in
Bauer
the
with
paper,
the-
showing it to my dad. Like, look, this
Yeah.
dumb shit tore up his hand.
Yeah, it's like Trevor Bauer with the
The drone.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that's what the Cubs need. They need to face Trevor
Yeah.
Bauer in the playoffs. They'd
Yeah,
never
God.
lose when he
Oh,
pitches
God,
in
yeah.
a game. That's
This
a
is
win.
correct. This is correct.
Yeah.
We need
3 out of 4 World
to
Series
playoff
games, man.
games.
The Brewers. should
Trevor
definitely
Bauer
sign
took
him.
the mound. The Cubs won it.
The Brewers should definitely sign him. Yeah.
Yeah, they could get him for emergency.
So we got Yankees versus Cubs in the World
Yankees
Series.
Cubs
Yeah.
rematch of the 32 and
Yeah.
30. What else did they face in the World Series? Twice, right?
32, 38, maybe one other time. I'm not totally sure.
38 wasn't that the A's?
No, 38 was the Yankees. 29 and 10 were the A's.
Yeah, because that's when the A's were really good, right? The A's won 3 in a row or something like that.
Yeah, and then got immediately terrible.
Yeah.
Connie Mack
yeah.
sold all the players off, and they had like 30 years of terribleness.
Yep.
They went from the best team in kind of like the Cubs, but the Cubs didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
The Cubs also, the one brief moment during the war, but they were pretty much in the wilderness from 1940 until 1984.
That's right.
Terrible
Yeah.
horseshit
Yeah.
baseball
Yeah.
all the time.
And the A's were bad until the 70s.
They had and then when they had the 6 years of really, well, they had all those Hall of
Yeah.
Famers on it,
Yeah.
they could never win a fucking thing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you got that joy.
Even make the playoffs. Yeah.
How
Yeah,
many
so
times did they
Cubs
play the
over
Yankees in the playoffs?
Cubs over Yankees in 5.
Yeah, I'll give the Yankees 1. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll in fairness give them 2. I'll say Cubs in 6. Get the win at Wrigley Field.
Ye
So the
of
Cubs have
little
home field for
faith.
that series.
Ye of little faith.
Yeah, 32 and 38.
Yeah.
Oh, here's highlights of the 38 World Series.
I know nothing about that actual World Series. I know like that was the year with the homer and the Gloman for the Cubs to win the pennant. But
All right. Well, We got our picks. Oh, there we go.
Looks just the same.
Wow.
The World Series had a familiar ring 25 years ago. It was the Yankees, ho-hum, versus Chicago. And the New Yorkers under Joe McCarthy defeated Gabby Hartnett's Cubs in 4 straight. Everybody in the crowd was a critic, including Mayor LaGuardia.
Joe McCarthy, the traitor, used to be the Cubs manager.
Boy, you can tell this is colorized, huh? Look at that. Gee, good Lord. There's Yankee Stadium.
Why couldn't they have more cameras?
That was basically like having Spiro Ditas and Adam Archuleta do your game.
Yeah,
you only bring 2 cameras to the whole thing.
Right.
That's why I joke as soon as Pete challenged that spot, I'm like, Pete, there are no cameras here. They're not gonna overturn this. Look at the crew. Is that Ryan Sandberg?
Ha!
I don't think he was.
Did he play on the 38 Cubs?
Trying to think, what number did Kai Kyler wear around this time?
That looks like marquee broadcast.
Wow.
Here's the pitch. We
Does,
cut to
yeah.
the farthest camera away.
Probably Yogi
Those
Berra catching
uniforms
there.
are not. Those aren't.
Oh, man.
A capacity crowd again fills Wrigley Field, Chicago.
All
For
right.
the
We'll watch
second
that. We'll
game
watch one
of the
highlight here, really.
1938 World Series. And here are the Cub batteries, Dean and Hartnett.
Where's the red? Oh, just on the hat.
Yankee Stadium, New York.
I think the water.
Go,
Back to
Cubs
Yankee
invade the
Stadium.
Yankee Stadium for the third.
All right. Well, that's enough. I'll add it to the post. Everybody can watch it
Yeah.
at leisure.
There we go.
It's gonna be just like that.
Yeah. They
The
should
ma-
bring back those cameras to the announcer. That PA announcer was great.
I mean, it's the World Series. It should have been in 03. The Cubs would have won it.
Yep.
Well, everyone really wanted Cubs Red Sox that year, but yes.
I didn't. I remember thinking, I don't want them in the. Selfishly, I don't want them in this World Series. I don't want it to be the 2 tortured. We only have room for
Two
one
friends, yeah.
tortured franchise at a time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
It
good
would have
point.
felt bad. Kind of like almost like
Well,
beating the
hey.
Indians.
Had 2 tortured when the Cubs finally won it all. So maybe in hindsight, that was the key to the Cubs winning
True,
the World
but-
Series.
The difference was nobody really gave a shit about the Indians.
True.
Right.
Still don't, basically.
Yeah.
Except for my Uncle Larry. Don't forget me.
There you go.
All right. So as people, we're going to. The plan is there will be recraps, not recaps. That would be the
Recraps,
copyright
yeah.
infringement. There'll be
Yeah.
recraps after the playoff games.
right.
Could be just me. Could be me with these guys. Could be me with Dave.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
Looking forward
shortly after the games are over, I will be drinking heavily and coming to this.
Same.
All right.
All right.
All right. We'll go Cubs.
Go Cubs. Thanks,
Cubs.
Andy.